And I'm live. Welcome. It's me. I'm live. Hello, everybody. We'll be playing Rust today. I'm kind of tired, and I have to leave at like 4:30 at the absolute latest because I have like somewhere to be. But I want to stream, so I'm streaming. And that's like 3.5 hours from now. Hello, everybody. Welcome. This music is really good. I'm normally not into I don't mind synthwave. I don't mind synthwave, but I always am very sort of skeptical of like throwback music. Like I like some 80s synthy stuff, but when a band comes out that sounds like an 80s synthy band, I always slightly roll my eyes. It's not quite novelty music tier, but it kind of reminds me of that, when a band like I like Beach House, but occasionally I'll roll my eyes and go, Anyway, we'll load up the hurdle. We'll load up the global. I'll close down Twitter because that's still open because I'm terminally online. Did I tweet that I was live? Hang on, I'm checking. Did I tweet that I was live? Yes, good. When Mumford and Sons went electric, I didn't know that was a thing. I have not heard a Mumford and Sons song in years because I do not like them. Mumford and Sons. I typed Mumford and Songs there, but it still came up. Mumford and Sons is a British. They're British. They're English. I didn't know they were English. I was 100% sure they were American. Mumford and Sons. Hang on. Hello, it's me. Mumford and Sons is English. They were formed in London in 2007. They're so recent. Marcus Mumford, is he the dad? Ted Dwayne, Ben Lovett, Winston Marshall, and he'd left the band. Yeah, which one of them is Winston Marshall? The one who was like weird far right guy, changed their look to leather and synths on the last album. That's amazing. Hello, Mikey. Welcome. Discography. Delta. For electronic psychedelic pop alt rock. What the fuck? Oh my god. Was this liked? I mean, it's Mumford and Sons. It can't be liked. No, not really. No. Okay, pretty mediocre reviews. I do not like Mumford and Sons, but I did not know they went like this. It's a bit like when I found out that ABBA did that Cool album. You know how ABBA, the bottom fell out of tweed? Maybe they were wearing it wrong. Like, ABBA. I really don't like ABBA. I think ABBA are ludicrous, and I don't really enjoy listening to them. But ABBA did a song that we heard through Hurdle, and it was like a cool 80s synth, like dark synthwave song. And it was recorded in like 1981 or something like that. And it turns out they did one album, and I think it was their last album before they reformed like last year, where they completely changed their sound and did like a dark Depeche Mode style album. And I was like, I might like this ABBA album. That's wild to me. I always like it when bands do that. Whether it works or not, I think it's funny when bands just like completely change their sound for like an album. Because I don't know, they haven't done an album in 4 years, Mumford and Sons, but that's pretty normal. 4 years between albums. That's fairly normal. Are they still around? Like, are they still doing stuff to this day, or has the whole Winston Marshall thing? Was he the one? Was he the one who Was he the one who was like a weird alt-right guy? Personal life. Da, 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 da. I do not know, and I could not be bothered. Oh, he's into Jordan Peterson. That indicates something. Anyway, let's do the hurdle, shall we? I sort of liked Little Lion Man by Mumford and Sons, but I was young and naive. I don't know. I never liked any Mumford and Sons songs. I just... eh. They were just quite boring to me. They're one of those bands, a little bit like Coldplay. They don't sound anything like Coldplay, really, but they occupy the same niche in my brain. Where when I listen to Coldplay, they're so boring that it elicits no emotions in me. Like, I would say I dislike Coldplay, but it's not hate, because hate requires some sort of emotional response. Like they're so boring that they're just a nothing band, and I'm kind of the same with Mumford and Sons. Like there's nothing even there to hate. They're just so bland that they may as well be like white noise on the radio. They're just nothing. Of all the people, why would anyone take JP as their idol? A lot of people do. I don't get it either. He is a fucking weird, broken man. And so, it's weird, right? Because you look at somebody like Joe Rogan or Alex Jones, you know, one of those, and Andrew Tate, right? One of these other, like, fucking weird right-wing freaks, right? They at least have sort of a manic charisma to them. Like, they're evil, but they have this sort of, like, baffling, like if you loaded up a gorilla on crack and just released it into a library full of Ayn Rand novels and just let it talk. Like that's kind of what they come across as. And you can kind of see how they got famous because of that. But Jordan B. Peterson is so obviously a pathetic mess that it baffles me that anyone can ever take him seriously. Like, I've never seen anything Jordan B. Peterson has said where he came across as anything but, like, a neurotic disaster of a human being. I mean, Jesus. Andrew Tate is like JP on steroids. He was on a podcast that I watched, and I thought he was playing a character. I mean, he is, I guess, to an extent, yeah. Oh, speaking of weird people on a podcast, I was listening to a podcast. I listened to the podcast No Such Thing as a Fish, right? Which is a podcast by the QI people. Right, and I like the podcast. It can be a little bit smarmy and kind of eye-rolling sometimes, but in general, I like the podcast. They had a guest on, which they do occasionally. They just list out facts and talk about facts that they do while researching the show, right? If you know what QI is. But they had a guest on a couple of weeks ago to an episode that I was listening. And I remember I turned off the episode halfway through because I thought the guest was really annoying and smug. And I was like, I haven't heard of this guy before. Not really. I've heard the name, but I don't know who he is, really. I've just heard him mentioned. He's some writer. And I was like, oh, I find this guy really smug and annoying. I think I'm going to turn off the episode and wait for the next one when he isn't on. And then I was vindicated immediately, because the next day after I listened to that podcast, the guest was Malcolm Gladwell, and he came out and wrote an article which was fucking insane about how everybody should stop working from home and go back to offices and be subservient and stuff. And I was like, I fucking knew I got vibes from that guy. I knew he was fucking weird. I knew it. My vibe meter was working overtime. I was so happy with myself. I was like, I fucking knew it. Fucking knew he was one of them. Anyway, it was like, won't somebody feel sorry for the corporate landlords? And I was like, I fucking knew it. Anyway, shall we do the hurdle?
Do you...
Oh, come on now.
Do you... Do you...
Okay, so this is... I mean, obviously it's Green Day. Is it... I know the song, but I can't remember the fucking title. Do you have the time to listen to me whine? Na 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 na. You know that one? It's that one. I don't mind this song. I'll surprise everybody. This is kind of pop punky, right? But is it Basket Case? I think it's Basket Case, right? I think I like this song. Green Day. It's not Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Yeah, I think it's Basket Case. It's not American Idiot. I know that song. My dad was a huge fan of this album, American Idiot, the one with Boulevard of Broken Dreams and When September Ends and Good Riddance and American Idiot. I was not a huge fan of it, and I think Holiday was on that one as well. I was not a massive fan of it because I was 8 years old and it was not into pop punk or whatever it is. But my dad was a big fan of this album. But I think Basket Case is from Dookie, which is, I think, a good album. I haven't really properly listened to it, but I think this one is good, right?
Do you have the time?
And it is, I think.
To listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once.
It's Ancient 94, yeah.
I am one
It's
of
weird,
those
They're one of those bands that when I first became aware of them, they were already kind of old, but they were still huge. Like, American Idiot was fucking everywhere. My dad, like I said, my dad got into it and played it in the car all the time, and you'd hear songs from that album everywhere. But I didn't know. I thought they were a new band, and that that was their first album when I was a kid, because I was 8 when American Idiot came out. I think it's 2004, right? 1 second. American Idiot. American Idiot came out in 2004. So yeah, I was 8 then. And it's not a good album, to be honest, but it got huge, and I thought this was their first album. I thought they were a new band. I still don't understand how that American Idiot got so big. Yeah. I guess people were just really pissed off at George Bush. The song is older than I am, damn. Same. This song is 2 years older than me. I was not born when this song was released. Does Trump pop up when you type in American Idiot? If I type in images. No, depressingly. You'd want it to be either Trump or Bush, right? The second Bush. Bush the second. Punk rock, pop punk. Yeah, I'd call this pop punk rather than punk. It's not really punk, is it, Green Day? Calling Green Day punk is... I mean, it's giving a bit of credit to Green Day, really. Pop punk, yeah, but punk? Maybe you could call Basket Case and, like, Dookie punk, but American Idiot's full-on pop punk. Full-on. I mean, this maybe you could argue with Borders, but not this, Jesus. Anyway, I think when it came out, it was pretty punk. I don't know. I mean, punk... When I think of punk, I think of, you know... Maybe I think more of post-punk, actually. But when I think of punk, I think of, you know, stuff in the late 70s. Like, you know, hard to listen to, thrashy shit, but with angry men, basically. Or I think of people like Sleater Kinney, you know, like Riot Girl punk. I do not think of Green Day when I think of punk. W. Jr. just seems like a sweet idiot now on his ranch in Texas painting bad paintings. Yeah, his paintings are so charming, we can almost forgive all those millions of dead people. Almost enough to forgive the war crimes, right? the Clash or the Ramones or something, right? Are the Fall punk or are they more post-punk? Whatever. Anyway, let's play the Global, right? That was a pretty quick one. Again, I like this song. I'll say this. This is, if Basket Case by Green Day is considered pop-punk, this is a pop-punk song I enjoy. We found one. Because I said yesterday that there wasn't one that existed. If this is considered pop-punk, I like it.
Dramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes
this guitar riff is the simplest thing I've ever heard and probably took about 2 minutes to write. Anyway, that's another hallmark of punk, I will say. The not really knowing how to play instruments. This is punk as I imagine it. Yeah, this sounds like late punk verging on post-punk to me, just from the intro. Never heard of this. Yeah, that's punk. Yeah, like Green Day I wouldn't call punk. Punk reminds me of Bad Religion, but it's probably in between the punk rock era. Yeah. I've always been more into post-punk than I was into punk. Like, I've always been more into, you know, like early Cure, Joy Division, that kind of thing, rather than pure punk. I always find punk a little bit hard to listen to. It's a bit too atonal for me. Whereas post-punk, when they all just got sad and learned how to play the guitar, I was more into that. I had to write a letter to Bush once in school, and he sent me back a picture of his dog. What a brain-dead man. Like, I look, it's hard... I get what people mean when they say, oh, Bush is so dumb and almost charming now. He did kill millions, but he's so fucking stupid as well. Anyway, Global. I'll run a bet. Let me run a bet. I'm feeling good today, if any of you didn't know. I'm kind of tired, but, you know, I'm feeling alright other than that. Let me run the bet. Manage prediction, and I'll run it for 2 minutes, right? Will Dreya get this in 8 guesses or less? In the song, he apologizes to Satan because he hasn't sinned today because he has a new girlfriend. Need bean points? Oh. close down the Wikipedia article for American Idiot. What did this get on, say, Pitchfork? I'm going to check. I'm going to say a 7. 7.2. I read too much Pitchfork, apparently. There you go. Desktop. Have you all heard of Bimbo Core? It's Barbie meets metal and honestly slaps a little. I have not. That sounds very funny. I'm always wary of those sort of novelty genres. Like, you know, there's that Ned Flanders metal. I think it's called Nedcore or Flanders Core or whatever. And it consists mainly of like 2 bands, I think. But there's I can't even remember what they're called. Are they called like the Diddly Does or something like that? Where it's just, they all dress as Ned Flanders and sing Oakley Dokley. That's it. Oakley Dokley do like metal songs as Ned Flanders, all dressed as Ned Flanders with lyrics about Ned Flanders. It's a bit memey and silly, and I have a very low tolerance for that kind of music. Oakley Dokley, white wine spritzer. Look, it is funny, but I have a very low tolerance for this. This has 8.5 million views. Fuck me. Whatever. Let's click the globe to play, right? It'll be fun. This is shooting for the memes? It is. I have a very low... I think that's what it is. I have a very low tolerance for music which is kind of written to elicit meme craze. It's why I have a deep, deep dislike for Weezer, right? Because Weezer wrote one incredibly good album. They wrote the Blue Album as their first album. And I know a lot of people like Pinkerton as well, but I'm mixed on it. But the Blue Album, so fucking good. Everything that came afterwards, every single album, was just for memes. Every one. And I don't respect it. Right? Every single album other than that sucks and was written exclusively to get in, like, you know, pop culture websites or now, like, Twitter going, that's funny, isn't it? Weezer fast becoming the most mentioned band in the stream. It's just because they're notable for being so bad. I was just about to say Gwar, but more of a Lordy guy. Do you know about Gwar? There's a TED talk about them, which is nice. I've heard of Gwar. They're in the very over-the-top suits, right? I think people like Gwar. Lordy, my brother was really into Lordy for a while. I don't know why, but my brother was kind of obsessed with Lordy. They were probably his favourite band for a little bit. Anyway, hang on, let me put on some background music while I do this. Let's go Legend of Lo-Fi. That might be nice. We'll put it on 25%. Sounds good. And then we'll go back to here. I don't know. Like, I do like the Blue Album a lot. Anyway, let's go old-fashioned here. Let's say we're in Syria. We're fairly close. Did I miss the hurdle? Did you get it? I love that song. I got it in under a second, which is nice. I also like the song. Also, welcome, Rue. I like this song. I think Basket Case is a good song. I've decided. I think I would listen to that album and no other Green Day albums, because when Green Day got older and started doing things like When September Ends, I found them fucking insufferable. If I ever hear Boulevard of Broken Dreams again, I may throw myself into traffic. I hate that song. I hate it so much. But, you know, their earlier stuff might be good. Dookie is my fave album of theirs, to be honest. That's the one I've heard good things about. And welcome, Silas. Welcome in. Could I get a shout out for Silas from one of my mods, please? What was the album they did before American Idiot? Hang on. Green Day discography. They did 39 Smooth, never heard of it. Kerplunk, never heard of it. Dookie, everyone's heard of it. I hate the fucking name. Insomniac, never heard of it. Nimrod, never heard of it. Warning, never heard of it. Warning was the one before American Idiot, apparently. Never heard of any of these. Was this one liked? About the same as American Idiot, I would say. Yeah. Dookie, though, I've heard good stuff. Everybody likes this, right? Basket Case is really good. Anyway, Warning, that was enjoyable. I remember Warning. Like I said, I only became aware of Green Day in 2004 when my dad got really into American Idiot. I did not know they existed before then because I wasn't really alive. When Dookie came out, I was -2 years old, so I was not really aware of it until I was like a teenager. I don't know. We're only 3 Irelands away from Syria. So we could be up in Russia. This could be Russia. We could be in Greece. We could be in Egypt. Or like Libya. Or we could be in, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, that kind of thing. I think they just captured the zeitgeist of the time. You're lucky you missed that time of your life song, so annoying. I hope you have the time of your life. Again, if I ever hear Boulevard of Broken Dreams again, I will throw myself into a truck. Like, Jesus. I walk this lonely road, down the only road I've ever known. It's so fucking whiny. That's what I don't like about emo and pop punk. They're so fucking whiny. Yeah. Let's say we're in Yemen. No, we're the other way. Good stuff. That narrows it down. So we could be over here in one of the stands, like Kyrgyzstan or something. We could be over in Greece. Okay, we're very close to Greece. We're 500 kilometers away from Greece. So that's 1 Ireland away from Greece, roughly. So like around here maybe, or maybe over in Italy, maybe like San Marino or something. They played that at my primary school graduation ceremony. Ooh. I don't know what they played at my graduation ceremony in secondary school. I don't think we had one in primary school, because I didn't go to mine. I don't think we had one in primary school. Did we? Oh, it's so long ago. Did we play that? I don't think there was any songs. I went to a very, very Christian school in because it's Ireland and all of them are in primary school, and so they probably just played like hymns or one of those really goofy, like bespoke for children Christian songs like Risen, Risen, Jesus Christ has risen. Clap, clap, clap. We had Heaven is a Half Pipe by OPM for some reason. I don't know what that is. Everyone wanted Graduation Friends Forever by Vitamin C instead. I don't think I know that. I don't know what that is. What's Graduation Friends Forever by Vitamin C? Search Google. Do I know this? I have never heard of this song. Oh, I do know this song. Oh, this fucking song! Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, you can probably tell by my facial expression what I think of that. Jesus Christ. God, no. So bad. Heaven is a Half Pipe goes, if I die before I wake, at least in heaven I can skate. Heaven is a Half... I've never heard of this either. I will get to the global very soon. Hang on. Heaven is a Half Pipe. By OPM. Never heard of these people either.
Right now on Earth I can't do jack.
What the This is terrible! Also, why is this in 144p? And why is that sound like it's coming from a barrel? I have no idea. This is the one with 6 million views. What the fuck? This is from MNO Records. Is this actually like an actual thing? I have never heard of this. Nobody bothered to remaster OPM. I've never even heard of them. I mean, they're... Ugh. This has come up in chat before, Bowling for Soup. I don't know if there's a band I hate more than Bowling for Soup. There probably is. There's probably a band I hate more than Bowling for Soup, but seeing that face and that title makes me sick. Anyway, let's go back to global. Let's say we're not in Albania, we're in Croatia, I've decided. It borders Croatia. Fuck, what borders Croatia? It's not Italy, is it? No. Could be Slovakia, could be Slovenia, Romania. Does Romania border Croatia? I don't know anything about Eastern Europe. I know so little about Eastern Europe. This is Italy, obviously. Right, what I'm going to be doing is firing off some Eastern European countries and seeing if they work. So I'm going to say Romania. Nope, but it borders both of them, so it's whatever touches here. It's whatever this country is right here. Is this Slovakia? Is this Kosovo? Is this Moldova? Is this North Macedonia? Is this Slovenia? Did I say Slovenia? Fuck. Slovakia. I'm going to say it's Slovakia. Is it Bosnia and Herzegovina? It might be Bosnia and Herzegovina. In fact, no, it's not that, is it? Bosnia and Herzegovina? Nope. Okay, cool. Also, I need to refresh the map. So it's Slovakia, Serbia, Slovenia, Bulgaria. Is it Bulgaria? Kosovo, Moldova. You know, it's one of them. Is it Bulgaria? No. Fuck me. I have one more guess. Don't help him. Is it Serbia? No, fucker. What was it? Is it this one here? What was it? No. I desperately need him to fail. What country is this? Hungary? It's not Hungary, is it? It's Hungary. Oh, it's this boy up here. Oh, I forgot that was a country. I forgot that was a country. I'll be honest. 9 guesses. Well, fuck. That should have been easier than it was. I need to look at a map of Eastern Europe and work this shit out, because this is embarrassing. Gonna turn up my fan, by the way. Hopefully that doesn't get picked up. Does this get picked up? If I have my fan is currently on full blast, and it's kind of loud on my desk. Can you hear anything in the mic? Like, especially when I speak. Is there like a hissing noise in the background or anything? Or is it fine? I mean, I don't even need it up on the full blast, but I'm just wondering as an experiment. Nope, all good, cool. Well, I will put it back down to the second setting. I'd bean you, but I'm saving my points to end the stream when you least expect it. It's happened once before. It's very funny. Right, I'll pay this out. We'll play this while I pay it out. When did this song come out? Because just from this woman's hair, I'm gonna guess like 2002. When did this song come out? 1999! I was fairly close. That hair is so aggressively like late 90s, very late 90s, early 2000s that and that crop top, this could never come out in any other era. Look at her hair! She's so fucking ridiculous. Anyway. Let me close down Global and Vitamin C and Dookie and OPM. There we go. We'll go back to pause this and we'll load up Rust. Rust is loaded in the background. You can probably hear the music just bouncing in there as I unmute it. I just need to load into the server and hopefully it won't be as disastrous as last time. Straight from a Schwarzkopf advert. It was old by the time I graduated primary school then. I thought it was 2004. It was 1999. Jesus. Songs are old. Music is too old, isn't it? Also, a horrible bean. Lovely. Where are the horrible beans? They're over here on the piano. Ugh. Good. Beans. Oh, I haven't loaded up the, I mean, I can just do this right now, right? I haven't loaded up the Wheel of Names thing for this. So let's spin the wheel! I should probably record some actual, like, sound effects for this. Because you can change the spin noise, and you can change everything about it, and you can change, like, the like, celebration noise when it lands on one. I think that might be funny. Spin, please. Rotten egg. Lovely. Remove. No, I didn't mean to remove it. Ah, fuck. God damn it. Why did I remove it? Put that back in quickly. Rotten egg. There we go. Never mind. Don't remove things. Me and my partner watched the Digimon movie. The Digimon movie, which came out in 2000. It was full of Y2K ska music. Was hilarious. Oh, God. Ska. Mikey's favorite movie. Fine. Rotten eggs. Where's that one? Oh, this has been shaken up a bit. They've all kind of mixed in with each other in a disgusting orgy of decadence and vomit. We just fiddle these beans around. Sorry, that's not a great phrase. This one goes in here. That's a vomit bean in the snot beans. Awful. Okay. So, which one is rotten egg? Rotten egg is the one that looks a little bit like disgusting popcorn. So this one. Cool. I never got into ska. No. I've never really listened to it much, really. I like that one album by The Specials. And honestly, I don't know if I've ever listened to much other ska than that. Like, what are the huge ska bands other than The Specials? Because everybody knows that one album by The Specials. I don't know any other ska. Like, what else is ska? Depends. Oh, that's a loaded fucking word. Madness as well. Yeah, Madness. Madness, I remember watching an episode of The Young Ones, and Madness came on, and I remember thinking they were really cool, right? Because it was the first time I'd ever really seen or heard Madness. And then a little bit later, I saw them perform live at one of those, like, New Year's Eve things on BBC, and they were so bad and so uncool that it ruined Madness for me. But I think I kind of might like Madness. I don't really know. Yeah, the Madness and the Specials. I think those are the two ska bands, really. Less Than Jake? I've never heard of Less Than Jake, I'm pretty sure. Goldfinger? Never heard of them. Rancid? Never heard of them. Never heard of any of these. The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones? Never heard of it, I think. Anyway, let me take the bean. Are the Aquabats ska? Because I think I've heard that name. No, fuck that. Fuck that hard. Oh, fucker. Oh, that was bad going down. Jesus. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was bad. Oh. That one was not chewed enough when I tried to swallow it, so it got stuck in my throat and just kept giving off the waves. Anyway, we're in the fucking house. Welcome. The sound feels a bit low. Did I turn down the sound or anything? I did not. Is the sound low for everyone else? No, it might just be on my end. Hang on. If I bring open this, and okay, my volume's at 12%. That would kind of explain some stuff, I think. Let's put that up to like 24. There we go. Now I can hear some ambience. It's Been 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies was in it. Ugh. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Can't remember any of the other words. I only know that song because of Neil Cicierega doing like mashups with it. And so I know like snippets of the lyrics, but in other songs. I'm pretty sure that's a boar, the footsteps we can hear. Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. God, I fucking hate that song too. That's another meme song, right? Like, did anybody actually like Bare Naked Ladies when they were around? Oh, by the way, I went out and like sorted through my I don't think I really built anything or did anything when I was when I logged on. I logged on for like half an hour, right? And went and got some stone, so we should be like not on the verge of dissolving anytime soon. Yeah, we have 4 days worth of stone and metal and wood in there, right? So that's fine. We have a place to sleep. The base hasn't been broken into. We still haven't really reinforced anything, but we'll hopefully have some metal and stuff to do that in a second. It'll be fine. And also, I have a Thompson. Look at that. I found it in a box, just randomly. I found a Thompson. So, we kind of have some ammunition and some guns. I think this is our only proper gun. Like, what else do we have? Oh, just some trashy pistols. Like some bad pistols that we made last time. Yeah. What the fuck is Bare Naked Ladies? It does sound like a sort of pornographic movie or something, but no, it's a bad Canadian band. Bare Naked Ladies. I think Bare Naked Ladies are one of those bands that it's mandatory to like if you're Canadian. Or maybe they're like one of those cringe bands, right? That, like, you're not supposed to like if you're Canadian. I don't know. But, you know, I don't like them. So it's Canada's fault. Many things are. Not really. Canada's pretty innocuous, right? What has Canada ever done, good or bad? It's just Canada, right? It's just kind of there. So, I think our plan today is to get more wood so we can smelt more of this shit down, obviously. Go out and cause some havoc, and reinforce our base, at least the bottom floor, to metal. We can honeycomb it afterwards, but I want the walls to be metal around here, so that we can't be just absolutely fucking destroyed. Them and the teenage dirtbag guy give off incel vibes. Are you talking about Wheatus? Wheatus is the teenage dirtbag guy. I found that song. I remember that song being played a lot when I was very young, maybe like 6, right? I remember that song being played all the time in Ireland. It was a huge hit. And I always hated it because I thought he had the most annoying voice I had ever heard on the radio. I thought it was one of the most irritating voices I've ever heard. And I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby. It's just really high-pitched, whiny voice. I think it was an American Pie. That makes sense, because American Pie is also one of the worst movies I've ever seen. So, it makes sense that those two would be linked. And American Pie, the song, I also don't like. So, you know, nothing about that whole phrase or franchise or anything connected with it is good. 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. Oh, just the way he said fucking baby there. I was like, it's not Weezer, but the other one. It's not Weezer. It's not Ween. It's Wheatus. One of those W bands that sounds a bit nonsense. Hello, France Waffle. What did you like, Wheatus? I like Iron Maiden. If that's redemptive to anyone. If anybody's like, oh, Dreya has terrible taste in music, I like Iron Maiden a lot. Iron Maiden are one of my favourite bands. I saw Don McLean live, and he fit American Pie into his set 3 times. I mean, to be fair, what else has he fucking got? He's got 2 songs. Don McLean, aside from being a cunt, sorry, but he is. Aside from being a prick, Don McLean has 2 songs. What else is he going to play? I imagine a Don McLean set is 45 minutes of conservative renting and then 2 songs played 6 times each. And then you go home and, I don't know, beat your wife. I imagine that's all you do when you listen to Don McLean. What did he do? Grass him up, Dreya. He's just like one of those weird far-right freaks who says like, even at the time, he was like a counterculture in the 60s, right? And he was like, Bob Dylan's a fucking trash artist. We should be harkening back to conservative values. One of those people. So, you know, I'm sure he hasn't done anything absolutely reprehensible, but he's just unlikable, right? Grim. Am I about to get shot? Yeah, there's a boy. Hang on, we'll take out these and then we'll go off and cause some havoc to real players. No, I don't have any explosives left. We want to find some explosives or things to build explosives. That's kind of the next step. I hear steppers. Where are the steppers? Is he coming out to shoot me? There he was. Hey. I'm flashing you, but not in that way. I have a Thompson. I can take these fuckers out. And a health kit. They should be fine. Also, I'm doing pro strats and, I'm doing pro strats. Falls off stairs. I'm doing professional strats, which is I have lowered my mouse sensitivity for the aiming. There we go. I've lowered my mouse sensitivity down to half. So that the aiming is a bit more, you know, esports grade PvP god. Go. Only got shot a little bit, and I think there's only 2 here. And a bandage. Okay, this is fine. Let's use a little bandage. Also, helicopter, which I wasn't paying attention to. Where's that helicopter? It's coming right for me. Let's hide, maybe. Can it see me through here? Let's hope not. We also want to... You know what? Just be safe. Let's put our stuff away. We're wearing so many clothes. Honestly, I'm just going to fucking tough it out. I'm going to say it can't see me, and we're safe here. Let's mulch these down, by the way. Not too much to mulch down, but, you know, turn it on anyway. The building with a bunch of holes in it, probably. Well, we have a Thompson. We can take on God if we want. Maybe. I don't know. I've never tried to fight one of the helicopters. It's right above me, so if it's gonna see me, it's gonna... Ah! That's our answer. Right, let's hope the rockets don't come. Because, that's usually what fucks me over, right? The rockets with this thing. Chat even warned him, I know. Does it ever fuck off, is the problem. I tune in and the screaming starts. Dreya doesn't hesitate to deliver the content you came for. Could I get a shout out for Ghost in the chat, please? Oh, fuck me, he's really angry. Okay, I mean, I guess we just leave. Or we wait for him to leave, right? Nope, you're marked now? That's not a thing, is it? Also, look at the glitchiness. Dead game. No updates. Look at this. He'll leave at some point. It's fine. We have a bean can grenade. Oh, it's very mad. It's very mad. And I can't leave the map up to keep track of it, so I guess I'm just wandering around. Like, we're under, like, 4 layers of metal here. He's not going to find us. He'll just assume we died of starvation or something. Okay, do not move from this corner. This is a just chatting stream now. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Having a good Wednesday? Whatever it is. I have stuff to do today. I'm going to be busy this evening, which I'm not really looking forward to. Telly will despawn eventually. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I got new shoes this morning. They look ridiculous, but I'm kind of into it. I bought barefoot shoes. And what that means is that they're very, very thin and sort of minimalist. Ah! Fuck me! Where are you seeing me from? Okay, he definitely can't see me from anywhere here. Not, yes, bare as in B-A-R-E. Show shoes, please. Show feet. Is that TOS? Just... Show feet, please. Show feet on cam. I think, yeah. I mean, they look very silly. One second. I'm gonna lift my leg onto the camera. It's very high up. Ah! There we go. These. These are my new shoes. They were reasonably expensive, but it means that they're kind of like very thin material, and they're almost like a little foot glove, which is very, very goofy, but I'm kind of into it. Show toes, specifically DM feet. They look like soccer shoes or something? A little bit. I just got the ones that were like the plainest black ones. Actually, if you look at them from above, it looks like little gloves. Like they have little knobs on each of the toes. They look bizarre. You know how, you know, like when you see like stereotypical portrayals of ninjas and they're wearing those little like toe gloves? Looks a little bit like those. Knobs on toes. TOS toes. Can you piss off, Chopper, by the way? Like, now. I want to go recycle some stuff and also not be shot. That would be both lovely. I had a Vibram 5 fingers once and it took me one trip out to feel like a twat. Yeah, I was considering going for those, I'll be honest. I was considering going for the actual toe gloves where your toes slot into little finger parts on the... It all sounds weird. On the shoes, and it just like slips on over you like a sock. But I thought I would probably be beaten to death if I went out with in my town in the south of Ireland. If I went outside in this part of the world with eyeliner, dyed hair, and toe shoes, I would be beaten to death. I think I would actually be beaten to death. So that wasn't going to happen, I think. That's always a worry. Like, occasionally, I am worried that I'll forget to take the cat ears off. It hasn't happened, but I'll go down to the post office or something after the stream and forget to take the cat ears off, and I will be cornered and beaten to death. Like, it'll happen. It'll happen at some point, and it'll be on the news. Idiot gets mauled by other idiots. Toe shoes submitted onto throne. I mean, honestly, the fedora might be worse, but it won't get me killed. I might have to make a run for it. I don't know what I can do here. Does anyone know if the chopper eventually loses interest? Asking for a friend. There we go. We get reliable information, because they never fucking lie to me. Needs to kill you if you aggro it. Oh, for fuck's sake. It loses interest if you die. It's gonna be a fantastic fucking start to the stream. Oh, he will lose interest eventually. Takes a bit, but he will. Which one is telling the truth? Does it matter? I might just die to save us all some time. Like, do we have anything I massively care about losing? The fucking gun, so we'll have to run back here immediately. But we're not that far away. I'm gonna fucking die. Yeah. Fair enough. Home. That was not a quick run. We could have... If we made it to the tunnel, I would have taken my chances in the tunnel. But we weren't going to make it to the tunnel. Fine, let's go. Let's eat some food, make our way out there completely naked, hope the chopper goes away, and then we can get our stuff back. It'll be fine. Going well. Hello, Shantetta. 1 second. Why am I going in here? We need to be going into our food box. And you know what? Just eat all the human meat I can. Actually, that was a terrible idea. Now I'm dehydrated. Ah, fuck. Fuck. I don't have a water collector yet. Radiation might kill you. It probably will. Oh. Do I have any rad suits? I do. Thank fuck for that. Okay. I have a red suit. Now we can get our stuff back, I think. Basic clothes will be fine. Yeah, but I'll just bring the red suit. We have a spare. It's fine. How do I get water? How do I get water going? How do you build, for instance, a water catcher? I'm not typing anything. Water catcher. It's wood, metal, and tarp. Oh, that's really easy. And it needs a workbench level 1. Oh, I could do that. I don't know if I still have a workbench level 1. I might have mulched it down because I assumed we wouldn't need it anymore. Let's see how it goes. Right, we'll go out and do some stuff. I want to get some metal and some wood and maybe kill some boys, and then we'll be fine, right? It'll all be good. Basic hemp clothes until you get close enough would do it. Mulched it down. I don't know why I've started calling it that, but I have. It doesn't really make sense. Alright, chopper's gone. We should be okay. Right? Just right in here. And we won't be radiated. This is going to be fine. Everything's going to be lovely and sweet. And we're going to be back on our feet. Tummy mulch. That's a very disturbing phrase. I don't like it. No, don't. No. No. Stop it. Health would be nice. Food as well is fine. Can I drink this? Drink contents. There we go! See, it all worked out! Can we have a bet the Dreya will kill some boys or not? It's kind of a vague bet, but I might run it. We'll see. If I see somebody, I might run a bet. Like, oh, that's me. Jesus Christ. I was wondering who the fuck this was. It's me. Put these in the bar, and then put these on my body. And then take all this sick loot. There we go. And now we do still need to go up and, like, mulch some of this down. But I think that's it. That's all we really needed here. It just, you know, it took a bit longer because we were destroyed by something. I might have even left things in here, did I? I did. Okay. Not great. Let's, put... Is there anything I wanted to put in here? Not really. Like, I want to keep all this stuff. Oh, this thing. Okay. And then put on all the clothes. Quickly, so we don't get irradiated to death. I don't think we're being irradiated to death. I think we're fine now. Okay, off we go! Let's just drop through here again. And we're back! We're back, baby! Everything's fine. That only took about, what, 30 minutes to fucking get through? Now, where do I want to go? Where do we want to go today? Are there any crates around? No. You know, I might head up to this gas station in the dome, see if we can get some gear. And then, if we can, we will murder some people. Also, there was word, I think Madosco made it, did they? Who made it? No, it was Moody Bins, wasn't it? Moody Bins. You both start with M. But Moody Bins, I think, made a maze? Like a maze to do? So I might do that at the end of the stream. We'll see. You should maybe buy from the shop in D15. Hang on, D15. Where's D15? D15 is all the way down here. Silly shop. Oh my god! Fuck me! That's so good! Bolt action rifle for 250 scrap. Let's go get some fucking scrap and run there. That's so amazing. Cheap as chips. Yes. Hang on. I'm going back to get my scrap. Like right now. And then we're running there. That's where we're going. That first off, at least. I want to see you do oil. Oh, yes. Also, before the end of this wipe, because I don't know how long Rust is going to last on this stream, but I want to do at least one of the monuments, like the big monuments, lured right into the trap. It might be a trap, but I'm too smart for traps, so it won't work on me. I'm fairly confident we won't make it back with rifle. If we have the rifle, nothing will get us. Like, we're all going to be fine. I even have bullets for it. Salesman of the year right here. You can order from Outpost via drone? Oh, that's interesting. But I want to go in and explore anyway. I think that would be nice. I didn't know that, by the way. Oh, it's so hot today. I'm turning up my fan to the fullest, I've decided. There we go. So if you notice my hair moving in the breeze, that's why. My base is right behind this rock, I think. I'm starting to internalize how this works. maybe. It's 20 extra scrap to do that, as long as the vending machine is accessible by a drone. There's a whole world I don't know about in Rust. Need to acquire a scope? Oh, I never use scopes in this game. I'm terrible at using them. Look at my base! It's nice now, at least without the death windows. It seems a bit more defensible. The death windows, looking back, were a bad idea. Let's get my stuff. So in here. We'll deposit these, just so we're not carrying everything, you know. Deposit you. Deposit you. Deposit you. And there we go. Where's my scrap? My scrap is here. Let's take 500 scrap with us, honestly. Let's take 500 scrap with us. We probably won't lose any of this. We have a health kit. I'll take some food as well for some quicker healing. We need to be fucking careful because this is all of my scrap. Let's take some cooked horse meat with us as well. Good stuff. Love Dreya running the length of the map with all of his scrap. I mean, it's not that much scrap is the pathetic thing. Let's go. Like, as long as we're careful, I say as I look fully away from the screen while scratching my eye. As long as we're careful, it should be fine, right? Like, there's nothing... It's not that many people on right now. There's intrigue in my chat. Am I forgiven for yesterday? Yeah, it was. What happened yesterday? Hang on. My nose is slightly running. I think I might be coming down with something. Because my eyes are quite itchy. And my nose has been running. And I don't know what that means, those two symptoms. Going to set up a shop of my own, I think. Hay fever? I've never had hay fever. But it might be. My brother has hay fever, or at least used to. My girlfriend kind of has hay fever. But I've never had any symptoms of hay fever. Is that hay fever? Bash barrel's on the way and you could have even more scrap. I will. I don't know. Hay fever sounds awful. I don't think it is hay fever because it's very minor. Honestly, I think the itching eyes might be because of my terrible makeup habits, right? Because I don't really wear makeup. I wear eyeliner most days, right? That's about it, though. I wear eyeliner, and I never actually take it off. I just kind of let it wear off naturally, like rubbing my eyes or, you know, like doing that, or just kind of fading or evaporating into the atmosphere. I do not own any makeup wipes or makeup remover or anything like that. Same with, very occasionally, like once a month, I'll use, black nail varnish on my fingernails. And I don't have any varnish remover, so I just let it kind of fade off over the course of about 2 weeks once I put it on. So it's on, and I just leave it there. So I don't really know what I'm doing, and I think that might hurt your eyes and your nails quite badly. Every time I mention that to somebody, they're like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing?" But it's never been a problem up until now. Maybe if you've had your fan on a lot recently? I haven't turned my fan off recently. My fan literally only goes off at night. It's not big, it's just, hang on, I'll show it to the camera. It's caught on the mic arm. This is the fan. It's just like a tiny little desk fan, but it is pointed directly at my face like that constantly over the course of... I mean, I don't even when I leave the room, I don't turn it off anymore because I know I'll be back and it just helps cool me down. But, you know, maybe that's a thing. I don't really know. I know that there's a lot of superstition around fans, especially in Korea, if you didn't know. I was wilded out by that, as the youth say, maybe like 20 years ago. When I found out that in Korea, nobody sleeps with fans on because they think it'll cause a phenomenon called fan death. And this is a really common belief. Fan sales are the lowest in Korea out of any country. South Korea, specifically, I think. But, you know, the normal Korea. Except in this one bit. They think it'll cause fan death, and it's like an old superstition, basically, that has just kind of lingered on into the modern era. So if you talk to anyone over the age of, like, 50 in Korea, they will be shocked if you mention sleeping with a fan on, because they think it'll like... I read the description of it. What the fuck is fan death? I read the description of it, and it sounds so insane that it must have been a joke description. Because I know that the concept is not real, but believed. But the way they described it was that the fear is that it sort of chops up the oxygen molecules, and you die of carbon dioxide poisoning if you have a fan pointed at you while you're asleep. Which is so fucking insane to even say out loud that it must be a fake post. But I know that people believe in fan death, and I don't know any other way you could frame it, to be honest, I guess. Absolute madness. It's just like a weird superstition. I don't know where it comes from. But yeah, look that up, basically. Like, I follow a couple of, like, South Korean streamers and stuff like that, and they'll talk about it eventually. Like, oh yeah, only when I moved to America did I start sleeping with a fan on, and my family think I'm insane, that kind of thing. You know, just cultural quirks, basically. I mean, I never slept with a fan on, but it was because my parents lied to me about how much fans cost. Like, when I was a kid, I once asked my parents, because it was a hot summer, for a fan. And they were like, no, of course not, that's unbelievably expensive. And I was like, okay, and just accepted it. I was like, oh, it must be really expensive. It's not. Oh, here's the thing, by the way. It's not expensive at all. A fan, at least before the energy crisis that's happening right now, takes about, like, a powerful stand-up fan like I have in my bedroom. Takes, like, half a cent an hour to run. Like, it takes no power. It's so cheap. And I remember I googled it when we had a heat wave a couple of years ago and I bought my fans. And I sent that information on to my mum, and she went, oh, we just kind of assumed it was really expensive, because that's what my parents told me, and we never thought to check. And since then, they've also bought some fans. They just deprived us all of fans because they were like, this is fucking incredibly expensive, and it's not. Air conditioning is expensive, but fans aren't. Anyway, by the way, holy fucking shit. Let me buy a fucking, I don't know, a rifle? Oh my god, it's actually real. Let me buy another Thompson? Out of stock. Let me buy another Thompson then. Holy shit, this is amazing. I have so many guns. Oh, baby. Aircon is cheaper than heating, though? I've heard that, but I've never really used either much. Oh, I mean, the heating oil now is fucking insane. I have not bought heating oil since last year because it got really fucking expensive. So I'm slightly dreading the winter, because I'm like, I will probably just, you know, keep warm with a blanket or something, because I'm like, there's no way I'm fucking buying heating oil. Have you seen how expensive it is now? Growing up in Australia, we were deprived of aircon when we could afford it, because my parents were like, it's not good for the environment, but now they have aircon, and it gets over 40 degrees in Perth. Oh, God. Mum, put your feet in a bucket of water. That was shared around a lot, like these heat-saving, or heat-blocking tips on Twitter and stuff. You know, when there was the heat wave in Britain, and there's another one coming in Ireland now. It's like a tiny micro heat wave. Basically, it's going to get like 27 to 30 degrees for about 3 days here this week. And I'm not going to go outside, I've decided. I'm going to go shopping the day before it hits, and I'm not going outside for those 3 days. I've decided, because fuck that. Even though that's not that hot, obviously. That's not that hot. Like, 27 degrees is nothing in some countries, but in Ireland, it makes me want to die, so that's not happening. You really need Uniqlo. I've heard this word before. In Ireland, they do the comfiest thermals and hot, cozy clothes. I think I've seen that brand name before, but I've never bought one. My clothes are all very, very cheap, to the point where it kind of makes me feel bad, because there's no way they're not made with, like, sweatshop labor, right? Like, I tend to buy clothes from, like, actually, I think all of my clothes that I'm currently wearing and kind of currently own come from Dunn stores, which I don't know if that exists outside of Ireland. Not pennies. A step above pennies. Jesus. Fuck no. Never pennies. but Duns. Pennies, you can buy a t-shirt for €3, which means that it is made by not just slaves, but like toddler slaves, right? Duns, they're like a tenner, maybe at the lowest. That's still made by slaves, but maybe like they're not whipped as much, I guess, is the justification. All my clothes are from Asda. I couldn't give a fuck about fashion or labels. Same. Like, I've never... Look, I'm not exactly the most fashionable person in the world. I was watching a streamer who I am IRL friends with called Grenarius play The Sims 4 yesterday, and he was making me for like a streamer house that he's making, right? And he was making me, and he was picking out my outfits, and I was giving him feedback in the chat, going, not bland enough. Not, you know, this is too fashionable for me. It's not plain or boring enough. I can't wear this. Like, all of my outfits are, I own 2 or 3 identical pairs of slim fit, ultra stretch, black jeans from Dunn Stores. That is what I wear. And then 3 identical button-up black dress shirts, 3 identical black t-shirts, and 3 almost identical like black long sleeve tops. And that's kind of it. I own a single black leather jacket, some black leather boots, fake leather boots and fake leather jacket, and a black tie somewhere that I can't find. That's about all I own. I don't own anything in color. Oh, I have one grey jumper that I don't really like, to be honest. But I am the most boring man in the world when it comes to fashion. I am very unfashionable and very boring. I dress like you know when you see improv comedians and they're just dressed as plainly as possible, like the black trousers, the black tops, and then like they're meant to be inconspicuous looking so they can go into different characters. I dress like that. What's your favorite color? Probably green. It's not even black, really. Like, my favorite color is probably like this shade of green. I really like it. I like this kind of green. That's a lie, Ash. Oh, fuck me. Okay, in my defense, I bought this when I was 14 years old. Oh, it's bad. Also, there's a lot of cobwebs around this room. I'm worried that spiders are going to be in this every time I put it on. Not that I'm massively frightened of spiders, but it's more that I don't want to absolutely kill them accidentally. Oh, 14-year-old Dreya, what the fuck were you doing? Why did I come back up here? I need to go back to the base. I need to go back to the base, drop off these guns, and then go off adventuring. You're in the mob now. I bought this when I was 14 because I thought it would be cool. I was that kind of teenager where I got into... I briefly, and not massively, I didn't go fully on down this path like some people I knew, but I got into, like, being an atheist and reading Richard Dawkins, and I bought a fedora. A couple of wrong turns in my life, if I had worse friends and family, I could have been on 4chan right now, talking about, like, you know, how great Trump is. Like, could have gone wrong for me. Could have gone very badly for me. I had a couple of friends who went down that path. That sounds epic. Yeah, I had a couple of friends who went down that path who I'm no longer friends with, who I didn't see for like a couple of years, and then when I saw them again, they started talking about immigrants, and I was like, oh no, it happened to you. I avoided it, but it happened to you, didn't it? I see that look in your eyes. That tired, haggard look that comes from drinking too much Monster Energy and browsing 4chan. I understand that look. It's too late for you now. But no, I avoided it. Green is one of my favorites. The good thing about the Uniqlo thermals is that they're cheap and you can wear them under your normal summer autumn clothes but be super warm. I've been thinking about doing that because my brother does that. My brother and my dad wear thermals all the time because they're into sports, so they just have them all the time. And it seems nice. I'd like it. I don't know. I'll be honest, if I had the body for it or the self-confidence, either one, I think I would dress not very differently, but I think I would dress a little bit like a sort of androgynous goth version of The Garrett from the Thief games. I think that's what I dressed like. I think that's a look I really enjoy, but I'm way too fucking anxious and self-conscious of myself to do it. So I just dress very, very plainly instead. I do not want to stand out ever. You need to get the black boonie hat skin. It just looks like your kind of hat. A boonie hat. Is that the fishing hats almost? I think that's the fishing hats, right? I don't know what that looks like, but follow your dreams. Oh, I love the Thief games. Ooh, what's this? There's a daisy on it. We're going to die and we are the lucky ones. Can I post a link to it? Yeah, sure. I allow links in my chat. I've mentioned this before, I'm sure, but I allow links in my chat because everybody's been remarkably chill about it. Nobody's been bad about posting links, and I've never had one that's like real fucked up yet. As soon as that happens, and it's almost inevitable as my stream gets slightly bigger, then link privileges will be ruined for everyone. But for right now, it's been fine. Oh, I really should be heading straight back to the base, but I can't resist these boxes. Revoked. But it's been fine. It's been okay. What's Richard Dawkins doing recently? I haven't heard new... I feel like Richard Dawkins was like a proto-Jordan Peterson, right? Where he was like... People did really respect Richard Dawkins for a while. Like, he was a very respected, like, evolutionary biologist? Microbiologist? I can't remember what type of biologist he was. But he was a very respected biologist. And then he went full-on fucking weird, right? First with the sort of hyper-militant atheist thing, and then, you know, hating trans people like every fucking British person of a certain age does now. But, I haven't heard about him in, like, 3 or 4 years. Has he completely dropped off now? Has he become completely irrelevant? Or does he only, you know, post things on YouTube? That kind of thing. Having a stroke, Dreya. I wasn't making a joke. Stroke. What? If you are having a stroke, go to a doctor. I don't really know what to do in terms of a stroke. We had lots of ads in the mid 2000s when I was a kid about what to do during a stroke, but I can't remember them at all. Fast. Oh, he had a stroke. Oh, is that why he went a bit weird then? Okay. Did the stroke make him transphobic? I don't know if that's a symptom of a stroke. It's more like, you know, not being able to use parts of your body and stuff. But if the stroke made him transphobic, that could be interesting. I can't believe Dawkins coined the word meme. Maybe we should have picked another word. I know. The stroke doesn't get him off the hook. I know. Yeah. I know. It's always weird to me to think that. Like, he invented the word meme. I don't think he ever used it in terms of what it now gets used as. But he did he did coin the term in one of his books. And was it The Selfish Gene? Selfish Gene? I love his work, but he's a git. I mean, yeah, if you're into biology, he is like a foundational work on biology, right? It's just that he's a prick. Where's my... What the fuck are you? Oh my god, I had like a fucking Father Ted moment there. I thought that was like right here, like right in front of me. And it was like a chopper the size of like a mosquito. It's just very far away. Jesus Christ. My depth perception is not good, and especially not in games. I fully thought that was about 3 meters from me, and I was like, what the fuck? What's that? I thought they had introduced remote-controlled drones into the game for a second. Which I think there might actually be. Drones from the Outpost. Is that a thing? Yes, I think it was The Selfish Gene. I've never read The Selfish Gene. I've read about half of The God Delusion. And I'll be honest, I was very young when I read it, and a lot of it went over my head. And now, why would I bother, right? But I think I still own it somewhere. Or I might have left it, like, when I moved house. I think I probably did. But yeah, that's the only work of his I've read. And then, you know, I've seen a couple of debates with him and, like, religious people that get posted on YouTube with the titles, like, SJWs blasted with facts and logic or whatever. But, he just seems to be quite mean, to be honest. Like, I'm not a religious person, if you didn't know. I am an atheist. I don't believe in any religion. But I try, at least, not to be a prick about it. It's very easy, I found, not to be a prick about it. Now, saying that, I was definitely a prick about it when I was a kid. But, you know, it's fairly easy not to be a prick just in general. If you're self-aware enough. But, he failed, I think. Let's put these guns away. We'll keep one of the Thompsons out? Oh, maybe the bolt-action rifle. No, you know what? Let's save the bolt-action rifle for a little bit. We'll put the ammo away. And we'll just bring the Thompson for now. I think that's okay, right? We'll mulch these down eventually. We'll keep these just for armor and stuff later. There's a big crossover between new atheists and the alt-right for sure. Yep, I mean, basically, I went through a period where I was a bit like that, where around the time I bought this fedora, I would say, right? I remember I was sitting in a car, and there are bad things about religion, especially in Ireland. Fuck me. There's been a lot of bad things done in the name of religion in Ireland in particular. But I remember I was sitting in the car with my mum, right? And I was waiting for my brother to come out of primary school. We were collecting him from primary school. And I just went on a mini rant. Oh, there's my box of skulls, by the way. I don't know if I showed that. But I went on like a mini rant about how stupid they all were as they were coming out of the... I saw somebody with like a cross necklace or a crucifix, whatever you call it, coming out of the school. And I began at least this mini rant about how dumb everyone was for believing in this. And I remember my mum turned to me and went, "Shut up, you're not better than anyone." And I went, "Oh." And just even that little bit of challenge basically like turned me away from that path. She said something vaguely like that. You're like, "Oh, you're not better than anyone just because you don't believe in something they believe," or something like that. And it made me go, oh, I've just been kind of angry and ranting a lot without really thinking about it. I should probably not care as much. And so I stopped caring as much. And it's broadly worked out. So yeah, not as angry young man anymore, I guess. I've mellowed out. Again, I think just teenagers... teenagers are pricks, in general. Like, if you're a teenager, you might be lovely, but you're also kind of a prick. Like, I've never met a teenager who wasn't at least a little bit of a prick. Until you're about 20, you're not really a proper person, right? Like, you're not really fully formed until you're like 20-something. At least I don't think. I wasn't. I don't think I became like a decent person until I was in my mid-20s. I don't know if I'm a good person now. Like, not even a little bit, really. But, sorry, I've completely lost the plot of what I was saying. Oh yeah, if you're a teenager, there's a lot of sources online, especially now, and there always were books about this kind of thing, that basically make you into the worst possible person you've ever met. Like, there's a lot of books out there, like Jordan B. Peterson being a bestseller kind of proves this. A lot of YouTube channels and algorithms on social media that funnel you, if you're an impressionable teen, into being the worst human being that has ever lived. And it's kind of difficult to avoid for a lot of people, I think. Again, random chance meant that I'm not, but I think I could have fallen into that. Hopefully I would have figured it out eventually, but you know, you never know. Like, there's otherwise intelligent people who are scum. You know, it just happens. Like, turfism is a big thing about that. Like, a lot of turfs are people who are have previously, aside from being turfs, done some, you know, very good things for society. Like, oh, who's the really fucking horrific one? Julie Bindel. Julie Bindel is one of the worst people on the planet at the moment. She's like absolute scum. She basically calls for the genocide of trans people. She is horrific. Julie Bindel was what, like, orchestrated, like, the Reclaim the Night movement and helped catch, like, the Yorkshire Ripper. Like, you know, intelligent, competent people who just get sort of radicalized and fuck over others. It's not difficult to sort of sway people into being bigots, basically. So, you know, it can happen to anyone, and I think it's good to be aware of it. Like, media literacy is a very good thing to promote, and I don't think it gets promoted as much. I didn't end up using I did media analysis and media criticism in my journalism course that I did for 1 year. I briefly went into journalism educationally in college and dropped it after a year. But I remember the critical media analysis modules were very useful, and I don't regret doing them at all, even though I kind of regret doing the course because I wasn't into it. But those were good. I liked those. I did journal at uni for 1 year full of assholes. Yeah. Actually, my class were kind of nice, but I don't know. I wasn't into it, basically. I saw that happen on Tumblr a lot, like feminist blogs that seemed good on the surface, then later came out with cooked turf stuff. That's a thing for a while on Twitter, when I was getting more into Twitter. I was like, fumbled into being a tosser, exactly. Puberty, alcohol, lack of care about mental health, and social belonging are big factors. Yes, I think if you're a teenager, your brain is scrambled by a lot of shit. It's okay now the teens have TikTok. Oh, TikTok's bad too, isn't it? Like, I'm not really on TikTok, but I have seen some fucked up shit on TikTok. Oh, TikTok is, I feel like, almost the end game of what I was just saying, right? Like, TikTok just funnels you directly into whatever echo chamber you're previously in. Like, the algorithm is so incredibly sophisticated on TikTok that if you like 3 things, it's like, okay, we're gonna make you a Nazi. We've decided, because that'll keep you on the site for longer. Or we're gonna turn you hard left, which is more my side, but still probably not bad to be fucking funneling people into different things. It's absolute poison, yeah. TikTok was highly addictive too. That's why I haven't used it, because I've heard that people, even if they don't like TikTok, a lot of people have come up to me and said, oh, are you on TikTok? And then if I say, kind of, I have an account, but I don't really use it, they always say, don't. Because they said they started off not liking it, but then realized that they were spending 2 hours just mindlessly scrolling because it was so consumable and easy. And I was like, oh no. It's like Bloons Tower Defense then. A game that I never really considered that I might have a... Sorry, I know I'm rambling. I never really considered that I might have an addictive personality until Mikey, who was in chat... is that someone using a wind turbine? It is! I saw the shadow earlier and didn't think of anything of it. I think they're meant to be, outlawed, right? But whatever. I don't know why. I think they might impact the frame rate. Yeah. Seems fine right now. My frame rate isn't tipping. What was I saying? Oh yes. Mikey, who is in the chat, Two Kings Mikey. A verbal shout out to Two Kings Mikey, one of my mods. Two Kings Mikey introduced me to a game called Bloons Tower Defense 6. Objection, hearsay, Mikey is a lie. He is. But I have become troublingly addicted to Bloons Tower Defense 6. I will play it in almost all of my spare time, and when I'm not, I'm slightly thinking about it. I only started playing it a little while ago, and I already have 100 and something hours into it, and I'm level 104. It is... And it's one of those freemium games where you can spend money in it, and I haven't spent any money in it, and it's easy not to, but it's also... You can see it creeping at the edges that it would be very easy to buy, extra monkeys and stuff. So I'm like, I'm always wary of that kind of thing. So, I think you can be influenced by stuff more than you think, basically, because I never would have considered myself that kind of easily addicted to a game, but it turns out that's false. Monkey. Acquire extra monkeys, do it. The skins for hero monkeys are so fucking tempting. See, that I don't get. That one I can be slightly smug about. I have never considered, not even considered, buying a skin for a video game. Ever. The only thing I've come close to is I had 15 cents in my Steam wallet from selling a trading card almost as a joke, right? And I used it to buy some 3-cent hats in Golf with Your Friends, again, as a joke. But I've never, unironically bought a skin in a video game. Never, and I never will. My problem with the extreme left is that you can't convince other people with these kind of methods they're using, although I often agree with the ideas. For things like the climate crisis, you really need all people to work together. I don't know. Because the climate crisis... I mean, we're fucked, right? I'm doing my part, right? I am, I compost, I'm vegan, I drive, I use public transport whenever I can, I very rarely drive. Like, I probably have a climate footprint of, like, -1. Like, I do everything, and it's still fucked. Everything's so fucked. So I think we're already too late, to be honest. Empty the car parts, you heathen. No. So, you know, it's hard to say on that one, I think. But also, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't really have an opinion, to be honest. Your contribution to the climate crisis would make me suicidal. I do stuff right. We can't prevent it, we can dampen it. I know. Like, look, this is good. I'm gonna look. I know people were I know that people were annoyed when I did this before. So I'm just gonna keep it to 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and then my rant will be over. If you are concerned about the climate crisis, I would just like to say that 90% of rainforest deforestation is caused by cattle farming. Especially in Brazil, but everywhere as well. Cows alone produce more greenhouse gas emissions than all transport industries. That includes planes, that includes ships, that includes cars. They produce a couple of percent more than all of that combined. Just cows. So, stop eating fucking meat! Sorry, that's it. That's the rant. That's over. I'm not going to mention it for the rest of the stream. There we go. That's done. We're done with it. We can all take a deep breath. It's okay. Oh, a crate's opened. Let's go back down there.
Back to the Goblin.
Oh, thank you for the resub,
some
Rory. That's very
beans.
kind of you. Shout out for British Tea Drinker, by the way. They're a streamer who I like and I'm friends with IRL. There we go. There's some really good climate. Some of that carbon they produce is locked into the soil. It's not the carbon, it's the methane. If there's good farming practices. You can do it better than people do, right? While there is a cow market, I will be using leather. Nothing worse than wasting animal products. I don't use leather. There's some really good climate activists in Australia blocking coal ports and doing heaps of direct action, but the cops raided their home and they routinely arrest them and all this stuff is fucked up. It's a bit like Extinction Rebellion in, Extinction Rebellion, I'll say, in, what's it called? England. Where they are getting locked up as terrorists now, even though, like, in terms of protest, the stuff they were doing, while silly, didn't really impact that much. Like, they were just, like, blocking traffic and stuff. Like, it wasn't really a big deal. People really overacted with that sort of shit. It's not like they were blowing up refineries or anything. They were just like, eh. If the cows are going to be killed for meat, not using the skin is disrespectful. Well, stop eating the meat, is my argument. Like, if you stop eating the meat, then you won't need to use the leather either. Also, I think leather farms are from different farms than livestock farms, right? I'm pretty sure that's a thing, but I'm not informed enough for that. What are your thoughts on eating meat from animals that had to be culled? I wouldn't, but, you know, it's less morally fucked, I guess. I'm not really, I don't know, culling is a hard one. Because there's a lot of culls that are unnecessary. Look at Britain with the fucking badgers. If you don't know this, there is a sort of discredited theory that badgers cause tuberculosis in cattle. Again, it's cattle, because they want to protect the fucking meat. But, we can't have them die of tuberculosis. They need to be killed by the fucking bolt gun. But, they cull badgers in Britain fairly frequently because of that, even though it's discredited by science. So, you know, there's a lot of culls like that. But some culls are necessary. The problem is, a lot of culls are as a result of human interference and things, right? Like, for instance, they have to cull deer here sometimes. And it's because a couple of 100 years ago, we genocided all the wolves. And so the natural balance was so irredeemably fucked that now deer have to be culled because they breed out of control sometimes. Because nothing eats them anymore. Whereas if we had left the fucking wolves alone, then the deer would be fine as well, and we wouldn't have to cull them. So it's all complicated and linked together, right? Oh, this is active, I think. Yeah, that's fucking active. Ah! Who activated that? I think they cull kangaroos in Australia. They do. They track them down in... Oh, what's it called? They, what you called? They go in choppers and snipe them, don't they? I've seen footage of it, and it's very dark, but also a little bit funny because they're sniping kangaroos from a chopper, which just seems like overkill, to be honest. Same things with wolves happen in the American Southwest. It happened everywhere. Humans do not like wolves. People always say they like wolves and think wolves are cool. We kill fucking millions of them. Like fox hunting in the UK, I love foxes, but the sound they make when mating is so scary. I have never heard a mating fox, but I've heard that it's really fucked up and sounds like a baby screaming. How soon till this unlocks? Because I know it's active. We should just eat deers. I've eaten deer. Venison. Venison's not uncommon, right? And it was delicious, but I would never kill a deer. I would never eat a deer. Yeah, basically, we killed a lot of wolves. There's an okay movie. It's not great, I'll be totally honest. It's not a fantastic movie. But there is a movie called Wolf Walkers, which is an Irish movie, an animated film. I think it won an Oscar, but it did not deserve it, I'll just say. But it's an okay Irish movie starring Sean Bean and some other people who you've probably never heard of. About like, when would this have been? Don't even know. 1600s maybe, Ireland and the culling of all the wolves. It's interesting. Fuck me. The means of culling influences their ability to be eaten. What, do they fucking poison them all? I guess that might be true. Like, oh, what did they do with the rabbits in Australia that spread internationally, and now half the rabbits you see are fucking infected with it? I think it's called myxomatosis. Myxomatosis is one of the cruelest things anyone's ever done, right? Is it like that? Is that how they call deers? I don't know. I don't know how people call things, basically. I don't know enough. Yeah, myxomatosis is fucked. Fucked. I thought someone was being murdered outside the first time I moved to London. That's a man-made as well, because there's so much rubbish and the foxes are massive now. Okay, so there's scientists over there. That was scientists. Nothing else would have seen me. The scientists use their AI vision to see you and shoot you. Let me just check how far along this timer is, because it would be useful to get into this box. Jesus. Fuck me, that noise. 9 minutes? Oh, we may as well come back later. Are we carrying anything good? Not really. I don't really know what to do, to be honest. Fucking hell, I know. I need to turn that down still. I turned it down. That's at like 60% volume. Let me hide in here. Oh, I don't know when it gets dark. Does anybody know how many minutes the night cycle is? It doesn't feel that long, but it feels longer than I'd like. I don't know. Like I said, I won't bring this up again for the rest of the stream because I know that it makes people uncomfortable. Although you should feel uncomfortable. Go watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a very visceral experience, especially if you eat meat. I might rewatch. I saw that was on a streaming service that I was browsing through the other day, and I went, oh, I should watch that again. 15 minutes? Jesus, that's way too long. I thought it was more like Minecraft, where it's like 6. Jesus, that's so long. Okay, well. How long have I been wearing the hat? I think I forgot to set the timer. Be honest, how long have I been wearing the hat? I'm setting this fucking timer so I don't have to wear the hat much longer. I hear animal footsteps. Oh fuck, I hear angry animal footsteps. And now they stopped. Was it a horse? No, it's a boar! Okay. Look, the boar probably won't do anything to me. It's a boar. Go into my clock app. Set it for... I'm gonna say it's been on for like... I don't know. 20 minutes, maybe? It's been on for like 20 minutes? Maybe? That sounds about right. Start. There we go. I don't have timestamps available on my chat. I never bothered. I guess we'll walk off in this direction. What I'm guessing has happened, because I haven't been shot yet, right? Is that somebody is either straight around here, like maybe in this building, or in that building with the scientists, or over in here, looking at me right now with a sniper rifle. And they're waiting till I open this to shoot me because I'll be off my guard and I'll be in an inventory and stuff like that. Or they selected that, started the hacking, and then just walked away and are going to come back in about 5 minutes. I don't know which one is which. So I'm kind of scared to do anything, really. Quite likely. Yeah, that's kind of how this works. Could be under a train. You know what? Let's do a sweep. Let's do a sweep. Let's be brave here. We have the scientists over there. Let's do a little bit of a sweep. We are wide out in the open, so get ready to just, like, tap F. Brave Maeve. I have not heard the name Maeve in ages. I think I have a cousin named Maeve. Maeve is one of those traditional Irish names that's slightly gone out of fashion. A lot of traditional Irish names are still around. Like, they're fairly common. Like, you see a lot of Aoifes and Niamhs and Siobhans and that kind of thing. But you don't really hear Maeve a lot. I don't know why. I think it's basically as nice as the rest of them. Oh, it's from The Boys? Is it? Oh, is that the armored, like, Wonder Woman ripoff from The Boys? 1 second. The Boys, Maeve. Yes, it's that woman, Queen Maeve. Okay, fair enough. It's this woman. Honestly, one of the characters, her storyline made me so angry that I stopped watching the show because it felt very hypocritical by Amazon. Because I'm that kind of fucking bleeding heart, I guess. Sort of insufferable little snowflake boy that I am. I found her storyline so insufferably hypocritical, coming from the company that makes it and the show that produced it, that I couldn't watch any more of the show. I was very, very annoyed by it. There's a character called Maeve in Sex Education, I think. I've heard that's good as well. I haven't watched it, though. The best thing to do is run around with a flashlight on, then tab out. Oh, I hear boys. This stream is a lesson in unfounded confidence. I have a gun and some armor on. What more do you want from me? I have a jacket on. I've never worn a jacket in this game before now. How much longer do we have left? Is that a scientist up there? Or is that a boy? I think that's a scientist. Because they have a torch out too. 4.5 minutes. We're fucking hanging out, I guess. We're hanging out here. Sex Education. Which one is that? Is that the animated one? Is Sex Education an animated show? Because I think I get it confused with a show called Big Mouth. I don't know if they have anything in common. It's just that I think they came out around the same time and got talked about by the same people on my Twitter, like, feed. And I don't really know what either one is about. No, it's not animated. I quite like it. Big Mouth is animated, okay. Gillian Anderson is very MILF in it. Isn't she always? I think Gillian Anderson looks better now than she did in X-Files. I don't know if that's controversial or not. Big Mouth is alright. It's got queer characters, and I thought it was pretty funny. It was not bad. It's one of those shows where you're like, it was fine. Like, nothing amazing, but fine. She is always, yes. A bit like, I watched, like, American network comedies, I kind of think are all kind of, like, 6, 7 out of 10 at the best. Like, I remember watching The Good Place. The Good Place, I would say, is a fairly okay show. But I remember seeing so many people rave about and recommend The Good Place as, like, one of the best, like, comedies they'd ever seen. And I was like, I watched it and I was like, this feels like if somebody made, like, The Office, but they had just gone through a philosophy 101 class and were being kind of insufferable to their friends about it. I was like, it's fine. It's better than anything else he's fucking done. If you don't know, The Good Place is made by Michael Schur, who made The Office US with Steve Carell. And, what's the other one he made? Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And, The Good Place. The Good Place is by far the best of those. Like, by a long way. Doesn't have the propaganda of, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it doesn't have the fucking insufferable tweeness of The Office. But The Good Place is fine. It's okay. It just felt a bit basic and obvious sometimes. But it's compared to what you usually see on American TV, it was fine. Just think about it this way. We only hear about the good stuff from the US. Imagine how many bad series there are. American version of Peep Show was dire. I think they only did the pilot. Had the guy from Big Bang Theory, which is also insufferable. The fact that Big Bang Theory got 11 years of seasons is so shocking to me that it makes me question the intelligence of the entire country. You've not seen a bad US comedy until you've seen the United States of Al. Oh, I think I saw a trailer for... Did that ever get made, Walls? 1 second. Did that ever actually get made? I thought that was so bad just from the trailer that they never went ahead with it. United States of Al. It fucking exists for 2 seasons? It's still on? No, it ended in May 2022. Oh, God. This looked like the most fucking racist thing in the world, didn't it? Yeah. An interpreter from Afghanistan moves to Columbus, Ohio with his friend Riley, a United States Marine. Executive produced by Chuck fucking Lorre. Oh, it looked bad and very offensive. It looked so dire. I didn't know they actually ever went ahead with it. I thought they were like, this is too bad even for network television. The fact that Chuck Lorre has a career and hasn't been like, I don't know, banished into a swamp to live as a little gremlin is baffling to me. Because, you know, he's fucking Chuck Lorre. Ah! That sounded like a boy. Like a real boy. Get up here. That sounded like an actual boy. Or was it? No, it might have been him. Can you toggle crouch in this game? just asking. So I don't have to keep holding down the control button or the C button when I inevitably bind it to that. There's also a drop over there. Somebody's being shot at and it's not me. It's open. Oh, fuck. We did it, baby.
Notice me, senpai.
Notice me, senpai. Fucking run in this direction. Away from this. Ah! Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck! No! No, I think that's the boar hitting me. But I think I am being shot at. Oh, fucking boars! Serpentine. I don't think the boars care about serpentine. Yes, fuck. Oh, third boar! What the fuck? Why are there so many boars? Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! I can't afford to lose this. Zabalvas must be watching. Mushrooms and run, mushrooms and run. I think we might have fucking gotten away with it. I definitely heard a lot of gunshots, but I think we got away with it before that person got there. Whoever it was. I'm so pleased with myself. What did we even get? I wasn't paying attention. A custom SMG. But timed explosive charge. That one's valuable. That one's fucking very valuable. The explosives, the C4, that one's going to be useful for when we do raids. Do not say we got away with it until you're back at base. It's probably fair. Let me go back to base then. We're around here-ish. Let's just be careful and keep an eye out. We don't want to get caught unawares here. Get that C4 researched right now. Oh, I should do that, shouldn't I? Although, can I build explosives to build it? Like, if I research the C4, does it research everything that I need to build it either? Can't believe you haven't immediately eaten a stinky bean. Has that been redeemed again? Hang on. Oh, it has! Okay. Fuck me, I didn't even see it. A second. I'll do that once I'm back at the base. Need to research explosives also. Okay. But it does save me some stuff, I guess. Okay, that's what I'll do. Look, sometimes I need to be reminded because I'm not the most observant person. And look, it's a good problem to have, but as more people have slowly dripped into the stream, it's an unpleasant way to put it, but you know what I mean. As people have slowly kind of oozed onto my chat, just sort of, you know, coagulating into the chat, it means that there's more messages. And sometimes, I would say, I read about 90% of them now. Whereas before, I used to easily read 100% of them because there was like one an hour. But now I miss them occasionally. Slithered into the chat. Oozed is worse. Trying to think of more disgusting words. Ejaculated into the chat. Well, it depends on what you mean by ejaculated. Like, cummed into the chat is a very unpleasant visual. But there's the old-timey way of using ejaculated, which is shouting. Occasionally, it's always... Look, I know it makes me 7 years old to even say this, but occasionally you'll be reading a classic novel. You'll be reading Dickens or something, right? And somebody will be like, and, you know, get him, ejaculated Mr. Bumble, or whatever. And you'll go, that means a different thing now than it used to mean. But yeah... The old-timey way of using it is shouted. If you use that now, people will look at you very strangely. The world has changed since then. I don't know when the word ejaculated came to mean... coming.
Coming in the gym, coming at home. So you see, I am in heaven, because I'm coming everywhere. I'm coming when I pump up. I'm coming at home. I'm coming when I perform on stage. I'm always coming.
I don't know when it came to mean that. Throwing your muck. Jesus. Fuck me, that's vile. I think J.K. Rowling used ejaculated in Harry Potter. Man, those books got blue. I remembered there was a talk about those books getting more adult as they went on, but I didn't realize there was, like, facial scenes in it. Of course she did. Let me... Absolutely filthy. Filth. I've always said that. Let me put these away. Oh, thank you for the follow, El Burrito Loco. We need Arnie as a redeemable sound. Auntie Zara, I noticed recently on her chat, well, you know how I have weights as a redeemable thing? Also, I'll do the bean in a second, where I, like, do 60 reps of the weights while that fucking aerobics championship plays. She does the same thing, with much smaller weights, I'll add, because I am a strong boy, apparently. But also, she does it to that fucking disgusting Arnold Schwarzenegger clip where he's really veiny. Like, really veiny and, like, pumped up in the 70s, talking about how he feels like he's coming all the time. It's very unpleasant. Honestly, it's so unpleasant I can barely look at the screen when it happens. It's that bad. I don't think I need this aiming module, so I might scrap that. I'll scrap this light. I'll scrap this. I'll keep this, and the armor. Actually, should I wear the armor? Yeah, I'm gonna wear the armor, I've decided. Jesus. It's really... Have people not seen this in chat? Hang on. I will show everybody. Because everybody needs to see this, apparently, I've decided. If I go in here, it must be in my favorites. It'll probably come up. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Coming. Please, YouTube. Okay, there we go. Lovely.
Just blows up and it feels different. It feels fantastic.
I hate the horror movie music. Oh, the veins!
It's satisfying to me as coming is, you know, as having sex with a woman and coming. And so can you believe how much I am in heaven? I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up, when I pose out in front of 5,000 people. I get the same feeling. So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific, right? So, you know, I'm in heaven.
That's terrific.
It's just fucking weird. What a weird thing to do. The sun's crying. Yeah, fair enough. Thank you for the 5 bits, by the way. How wild is it that Chris Pratt is dating Arnie's daughter? Is he? I don't really keep up with Chris Pratt news, I'll be honest, because I find him deeply irritating. And always have, even before it came out that he was a member of that weird ultra right-wing church or whatever. Allegedly. But I've always found Chris Pratt really annoying. Shit, I got. I find him very sort of creepy. You know how, I don't know if this is true. They met at that church, Hillsong. Like, you know how this is a meme that goes around, and I don't know if it's apocryphal or not, the story. But you know American Psycho with Christian Bale? He was asked once, and again, this could be false, but he was asked once on a talk show about how he sort of formulated his character and his performance for that movie. And he said he based it on an interview on like one of those late night talk shows with Tom Cruise. And he said he was smiling and laughing, but there was nothing there behind the eyes. And I feel that way about Chris Pratt. Like, I watch him on talk shows where he's supposedly being affable and friendly. And I watch him and he's laughing and he's telling jokes, but he's dead behind the eyes. Like, I'm sure he would eat a poor person if he was allowed to. Like, it just feels like a psychopath. And I don't know why that is, but it's how I feel about him. Tom Cruise is the same, though. Tom Cruise is even worse. Tom Cruise looks like he hunts the poor. You know, Chris Pratt would be the perfect Super Mario. It's wild that he keeps getting cast in serious action roles and not comedy ones. He can be okay in comedy. You know what? I think it's because, and I almost hate to say it, he was really good. It's perfect Sinister Russ soundtrack for this. He was really, really good in the Lego Movie, a movie that I really enjoy. You know, I have a reputation on this channel for kind of hating things. That's fair, because I hate a lot of things. But I really liked the Lego Movie. Like, I really genuinely liked it. I've watched it like 4 times. I really love it. And he's surprisingly good in it. To the point where when I first watched it, I was like, oh, he's good in this? That's weird. I don't associate him with that. But I think because there's some serious emotional moments in that, people went, oh, he must be good at those. He's fucking not. Yes, Lego Movie top tier. I hated the Lego Movie. I'll be honest, I can absolutely see how somebody would hate the Lego Movie. Like, that's not controversial to me at all. Like, I see why people would hate that. Not like Charles Martinet is still alive. I know. It's so weird to me that they're going with him for the Mario movie. Like, it's just so strange. This stream would be a libel lawsuit gold mine. Thank God I'm not big. He was really good in Parks and Rec. I don't like Parks and Rec. I haven't seen much of it, but in the same way that I don't like The Office, I find it really sickeningly sweet and too awkward at the same time. Like, I don't really like cringe comedy, except when Nathan Fielder does it, apparently. But when I watch The Office or Parks and Rec, I'm cringing, but also rolling my eyes really hard at how saccharine it is. And it's just a potent mix of things I don't like. So I've never really been into it. Let me put this away, by the way, and we'll make a research table soon. Put this away as well, although I want the ammo, so take that out. There we go. Look at all the guns we have now, by the way. We're doing actually quite well, I think. We'll put these away. I think we need to mulch all of these. But other than that, let's head back out. I want to see... we need more metal. We need more metal and wood, so let's do that. Metal and wood. I couldn't get far into the Lego Movie, couldn't stand it. I think it's, yeah, like that opening sequence can be very grating if you're not feeling it, I think. Bean, sorry. Forgot about the bean again. That whole, like, everything is awesome scene. That could really fucking rub people the wrong way. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. It's very bad. Anyway, let's spin the wheel of beans that I still have up in the background, I'm sure. There we go. I know, it gets stuck in my head so much. Did you know that was done by The Lonely Island, at least partially? Oh, Vomit. Bizarrely, I think Vomit might be one of the better ones. Like, it doesn't make me want to vomit, even though it's called Vomit. It's quite accurate, but it's fine. Oh, Lord. Vomit can be nice. I wouldn't go that far. I wanted to not like the Lego movie, but it wasn't bad. It's weird, because I don't really like Will Ferrell, and I don't really like Chris Pratt, and I'm ambivalent about Lego in general. But the Lego movie, I really liked. That scene at the end of the Lego movie, where it's Chris Pratt and Will Ferrell in like a genuinely emotional conversation scene, is fucking harrowing to watch. And it's those two fucking guys. How did they manage that? Anyway, Vomit Bean, please. Like, it's confusing to me how they managed to get those performances out of those two guys. I think I don't really get the psychopath vibe from Will Ferrell. I just don't generally find him that funny. Yeah. Oh, it's very bad. Oh, it's so sweet. It feels like... Oh. Oh, fuck. I just realized I don't have water. Ahem. Oh, fucker. I'm trying not to chew it and just swallow it down, but it's just too big. Oh. Oh. Well, there's Bean. It is one of the better ones, but what I'm about to describe, because I'm going to describe the taste, might put you off food for a bit, right? But what it tastes like is if you were baby birded some peaches. That's what it tastes like to me. Like, if somebody, maybe a significant other, maybe an enemy, right, tied you to a chair, like legs to the chair, arms to the chair, neck facing up, right, and then came over and regurgitated some peaches into your mouth, and then just like closed your mouth shut and went swallow. That's what it feels like. Now, if you're into that, I feel sorry for you, because it's gonna be hard to get out of your head. But I may have awakened something with people, but I'm not. It's weird that I don't hate the idea of that taste. See, someone's gonna be into it. Also, my alarm just went off. Hat can go. Thank fuck for that. Hat's gone. Yay. Now I have fucking fedora hair, but it's not like my hair was amazing anyway. Off we go. We need wood. Let's get some wood. And not in the way that, you know, maybe Mushy Moments has about the peach idea. Look, somebody's into anything you can think of, somebody's going to be into. Oh, cat ears, lovely, of course. Oh, I really shouldn't be stopping in the middle. You know what? If I stop in the middle of a bush, maybe they just won't notice me. They'll think I'm part of the foliage. Cat ears. Guilty. There we go. Cat ears. I do think the cat ears look a bit nicer since I dyed my hair black. Like, I think it looks a bit better. Like, they kind of blend into the rest of my... I was very close to saying fur there. They blend in with the rest of my hair. Not fur. I am not a furry. I swear to God, I'm not. Nothing against furries. There is absolutely no shame at furries in this chat. But I am not one of them. But people in my chat, and my Discord especially, keep trying to convince me that I am. There are people in my Discord that seem to have made it their mission in life. I have a Discord, by the way. There are people in my Discord who seem to make it their mission in life to get me to be like a furry femboy. And I don't know why. I don't know why that's a thing, but it seems to be. Also, let's put on the timer for these ears. Half an hour is starting now. There we go. No, start. Good. Okay, off we go. Wood. We need wood. I don't want to cut down all these trees because it just seems ecologically unsound, but Don't really have a better way of doing it. Other than, like, wandering around the woods finding those fallen logs which seem to spawn. But they're a little bit less reliable. And they give you less wood. I don't know. There's, like, something I've discovered since being on the internet since a very young age is that no matter how niche the thing you're into is, there will be at least a small community based around it who kind of egg each other on. Like what I just described, there's going to be some people who are into that, being tied to a chair and baby birded some fruit, right? There's going to be some people who are really into that. What would you do if you were, like, in the 1800s and you weren't, like, fabulously wealthy? You weren't, like, you know, a count or a duke or something where you could just, like, pay a fucking servant to do it and then cut out their tongue, you know, afterwards so they'd never tell anyone. Like, what would you do if you were just some random guy in, like, the 1700s and you had that? You'd never be able to say that to anyone. Just get the plague and die. Like, you'd never be able to tell anybody. The internet has really opened that world up for everybody, I think. Like, now, you type that in, and you see, like, 1,400 videos of it, and, you know, a little online forum or something that's like, yeah, let's meet up. But before, you just have to live there and just go, no, I guess this is never happening outside my imagination. Or maybe you'd never come across it at all. There are some things that I don't know. I've never tried because I'm like, oh, it would be, maybe it would be bad if I was into this because it's too specific. The music, I'm sorry. Ooh, wood, lovely. Well, if we see some of these, we'll just get them as we go along, because we desperately need the wood. Because we want to scrounge together as much metal as possible, because I want to make my base metal. That is the goal of today's stream, I would say, is to make the base into metal. Because then I am less raidable. Maybe honeycombing as well? I don't know. We'll see. My base is too big, really, is the problem. Just far too big. I've been told off about that before. Is everyone proud of me? I emptied out the car parts for once. I never fucking do it with the car parts. For some reason, I will empty out stuff I don't want from crates, but I never do it for car parts. Why do I have an axe out instead of this? I should always have a gun out unless I'm specifically using the axe. It's a very bad habit I have. Okay, now, a few things. I noticed that that's not there. That little car part and scrap box. Which means that somebody's probably been here recently. So let's be careful. Yeah, that's usually there as well. And it's very quiet. Although, no, this is still here. Okay, I think we're okay. I think, unless somebody's hiding on the roof. But if they were hiding on the roof, if I was hiding on the roof, I would have shot me ages ago, so it's probably fine. It just seems like it's been kind of looted and maybe hasn't refreshed as much as you'd like. Which is fine, we have enough stuff to scrap. This isn't really a scrap mission as much as it is a gather materials mission, I guess. I don't know. Did you know, by the way, I keep saying, I saw the mention of the plague in my chat. Did you know that still, like, 12 people a year get... It was Mikey! Oh, fuck off! I wasn't even paying attention. No. We're getting it again. Not Mikey, no. Oh, we have so much stuff to... I'll come back for his skull. We at least want the skull. Skull and meat, probably. I might open up a human meat shop again. Because I have a lot of it now. 1 second. Let's mulch all of this stuff. Quickly. And then quickly run back out and get the skull and the meat. Maybe I'll get a vending machine and set up a human meat shop somewhere. Just as a bit of fun. Human meat, human skull, and some bones. There we go. The Mikey Meat Emporium. About a third of it is probably from Mikey. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was you. I just saw somebody and went, I have to shoot them. Oh, I love this game. I imagine if you're on the other end of that, you don't love the game. Although I have been for most of this wipe. I have been killed way more times than I have killed. What the... What? What? Where'd my... What? Where did it all go? Did somebody just swoop in? What? What? That was so much fucking scrap! Who could have done that? Oh, fuck me. That was so much. Check the hole? Oh, fuck, I forgot there was a hole. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, Mikey. How the fuck did he get in the hole? Where is he? Where's his sleeping bag? What? Let's finish scrapping this stuff and then we'll go back, I guess. Use the ladder? Yeah, but where did he come from? Like, how did he get back here so quickly? I love these guest appearances from Mikey. Me too. Oh. Oh, I probably shouldn't just be sitting and watching this, right? There are people around. Okay, let's, we have wood. Enough wood to smelt up another stack of stone. Or, not stone, metal. We have, some metal, and we have some meat, and, you know, gear and stuff like that. Let's head back and start upgrading our base. We'll head back, start upgrading our base, and then once our base is upgraded, we'll head out and just go straight into the middle of the fucking map and see who we can murder. Okay? That'll be the last thing we do. Respawn, stole, hidden hole. I guess he must have a sleeping bag, like, right next to the fucking thing then, right? You gotta respect it. Where's the box? There's usually a crate around here, right? Crate. Nope, never mind. No crate. Maybe it was already taken. Am I going the right way? I wasn't. Cool. Back here, then. Mikey, I mean, the invitation is open. If you want to just live in my house, you can. I don't have any particular vendetta against you. It's just that whenever I see anybody, I will open fire, and your name doesn't show up quick. It's just collateral damage, really. I'm like the American military. I have trust issues. You know, collateral damage. It happens. I'll kill anyone. I love this game. Oh, I'm so happy I started playing this. Like, not only for cynical reasons, because, you know, it has been quite good for my channel, but just for, like, actual fun reasons as well. It's nice. Come live in the house filled with your chopped up corpse. I only have, like, 3 of his skulls. I watched the Murder of Voltaire's from their perspective video. It was very funny. The coldness was horrendous. I also saw that. They tweeted it out. Again, I like being a prick in this game because, again, I don't know if I'm a good person in real life. I know it's a heavy topic to bring up, but I don't really think I'm a particularly good person. But I try to be nice and kind, and, you know, I'm very wary about, you know, upsetting people and being sensitive to people. When I play this game, and this game only, I try to be as much of a prick as possible, like the opposite of me in real life. And it's very unexpectedly fun. Maybe that reveals something about my true nature. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But, you know, I think it's a fun time. I think I've only killed Spiff this wipe, 100% deserved. Always kill Spiff on sight. Spiff has killed me easily 20 times throughout this fucking game. Spiff is way better at the game than me, and so usually is able to snipe me from like 300 meters away when I don't even know what's happening. And I just see the message pop up, and I'm like, ah, well, that makes sense. It's bad. I think our base is looking nice now. I think now that we've taken off this, the horrific death windows, I think we're alright. We can still be seen from these windows, but if we crouch, I don't think we can. Like, if we crouch inside this little tunnel, I think we're safe-ish. And we can shoot out. So, you know, it'll be fine. Right, so, what we want to do is put this stuff away and then get all of our metal out. And try and make this base metal. I left doors open. It's such a fucking bad thing to do. I have been told off so many times for doing doors like that. Like, just leaving them open when I leave, as if that's a good thing to do. This state is much more enjoyable than that basically PvE state of earlier wipes. Yeah, I like the murder. I think Rust without the murder is quite dull. Like, when the, what's it called? When the Limmy server briefly went down for a bit, it was always up, but it kind of, like, nobody was playing it for a while, right? Now people are back into it, which is nice. But, for a while, people stopped going on murderous rampages. It was only like 1 or 2 people per wipe were going on murderous rampages and raiding, and the rest of it was just like, I'm gonna build this cool thing, which is really cool. But I think I got invited to a couple of other servers after the Limmy server stopped being as active, right? I got invited to a couple of other servers, like Balmer's server and stuff like that. And I looked into them and I was like, because I really like Rust, just in general. But I was like, like, I like Rust, but a big part of the reason I like Rust is that no matter what, the threat of being killed in any given second is fairly high. No matter where you are, what gear you have, if you get a bullet to the skull, you'll probably fall over, right? And it can happen at any time, and the devastation is hilarious to me, even when it's happening to me. And a lot of those servers were community servers. And it was PvE exclusively. There was no friendly fire on. And I was like, I get why that could be fun, but I'm not very good at building or being creative. I'm kind of just good at being a horrible little freak. Just, you know, like in real life. So I was like, maybe I'll log on, and I never did. But, you know, now we're back on the Nightmare server, so it's fun. And Nightmare in a good way, because I've heard bad things about public Rust servers. I've heard really bad things about public Rust servers. Things like the amount of racial slurs you'll hear is so bad that it will make you want to kill yourself. Like, real bad. But this one is lovely, because they're all vetted. Everybody is at least a little bit vetted. And they're all from, like, Limmy's community. So, you know, they're not terrible in general. Maybe not amazing, but not terrible. I've never had a bad experience with somebody on this server. Sometimes people have killed me a lot. Some people, like, I feel like I'm being targeted sometimes, but never in a mean way. Everybody's always pretty chilled out and cool. Okay, let's go build the build the house up then. Well, I at least want to get the bottom layer of the house. Like the foundations and the outside walls metal. That will be good. So let's do that. We want to put these last couple of things away first, though. Public Rust chat is a guilty pleasure. It gets absolutely wild, but definitely not something you want to stream. Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. That even when it's not as bad as it can be, it's just not streamable. Like, you wouldn't have it on if you were streaming because it's so fucking racist and vile. Just kind of a lot of bullying and stuff. Everyone needs to be on the same page on the server. Yeah, that's why I think invite-only servers are kind of the way to go, really, because you know that everybody's going to have the same kind of idea of what's going on. I need to get my fucking things up from the tool chest again. This is the problem with having a big house, is that everything's so far away from each other. you know, everybody's kind of on the same page. There's not going to be threads in the Discord or anything afterwards going like, I got shot and this is unacceptable. Because, you know, that's kind of made clear going in. So it's all been good. At least I have never had any sort of sketchy characters on this stream or on this server in general, which is nice, because that's not always the case in games. Even me, who is a, broadly speaking, straight cis guy, haven't 100% decided, but, you know, broadly speaking, straight cis guy, I, and sound and look like that, I will still get creepy messages on games sometimes, and creepy DMs on Twitch. So, you know, it's always gonna be a thing, but this one I've had none, which is nice. It's a good thing. Let's upgrade this to sheet metal. Now, this will be fairly expensive, and it might make our upkeep time almost nothing. So be careful. Let's start with the outside walls. Right? That's what we want. Just each room should have metal walls. Like this bit. And then we can do the foundations later. That's not as urgent, I guess. Well, this should probably be metal as well, just because they can bomb their way in and skip a door. So that should be good. These should be metal. This should be metal. This should be metal. Okay, already looking kind of nice. I kind of like the cleanness of these metal walls. They look kind of nice. How does it look from here? Less nice, but whatever. Public lobbies in games, I'm kind of like that. I don't really like doing public lobbies in games. I was very hesitant to do chat in this game, and even so, you'll notice, I don't really type in the chat. I type in my own chat sometimes, but I never chat in the text chat in the game, like saying hello to people or anything like that. Very rarely. If I'm mentioned by name in the chat, I respond. But I feel very awkward about it, to be honest. I'm like, because I feel very awkward about talking to anybody that I don't know reasonably well for any length of time. You're so spooky in game as you never use mic, it makes you more threatening. Meanwhile, I'm going, behind every encounter. So maybe it's better that I don't use the mic. It ruins the illusion. But I'm a very... I've been open about this, right? I think this is a very mental health positive stream, as far as I can make it. I am a nervous wreck. I am a distracted, anxious mess, right? In every social interaction. And that includes video games. Upkeep time 62 hours. Oh, it's getting a bit low now. I will do the foundations as well, I've decided, because basically it just looks a bit goofy. Hello, Ringo. Welcome back. Oh my god, the cat ears. How much longer do I have in the cat ears? 12 minutes on the cat ears, according to my timer. And then I can take off the cat ears. Although, I've said this before, I would much rather wear the cat ears than the fedora. Like, I think I look, and this might be narcissistic even to say, I think I don't look bad in cat ears. I think I look alright in them. Which is probably not true, but in terms of, like, wearing the fedora on the stream, I think I look better in the cat ears. I should probably remove this ladder too, right? Okay, already this looks way nicer. I mean, you know what? Sheet metal these up as well. These can be stone, I don't care about these. Anything else in here? Nope, that's all done. You're all done. You're all done. Yeah, I'll leave these. No, I'll metal these up as well. The interior walls. Okay, everything's metal. We didn't use nearly as much metal as I thought we would. That went fine. We have a metal base now, at least the bottom floor. I'm just going to do the entire base, I think. I think I'm going to go upstairs as well and do the entire base. And then smelt... we'll get some wood and we'll smelt some metal. And then, you know, just so that everything doesn't fall apart, right? Because this is going to decrease the sort of... I mean, yeah, 38 hours on the upgrade thing. You need some big walls for a perimeter. I never know which to say. Is it perimeter or perimeter? Because I think when I was a kid, I used to say perimeter. But I think the accepted pronunciation is perimeter. But that sounds very American to me, and I try to avoid Americanisms. Just because I'm awkward, I guess. It is never the second one. Perimeter, then. maybe. I don't know. I can't remember which one I said second. Oh, this is looking lovely. Definitely the second one. Say aluminium. Aluminium. Aluminum is one of the Americanisms that kind of slightly annoys me because they just spell and say the word wrong. Oh, we're basically out of metal already. Ooh, we went through a fuck ton of metal there. Let's smelt some more. I did not realize we were that low. Honestly, I mispronounced so much shit. It's because if you don't have any friends, and I'm not saying this is true of people in chat, but if you don't have any friends as a kid and you read a lot like a bookish nerd, you will pick up a lot of words that you do not know how to say. So I will say words sometimes that I've only ever seen written down, and then people will laugh at me and go, what? I say oregano the English way. Oh yeah, Americans say it strange, don't they? They say oregano. Oregano. It's like, oh, what's the other herb one? There's one other herb one that I was surprised at. Oh, they don't say rocket. They say arugula. Arugula instead of rocket. Hyperbole took me far too long to pronounce properly. That one gets a lot of people. Hyperbole is the most common one, right? They say herb. My favorite herb is arugula. That's a weird one too. I get that. I remember words, and particularly names in books. I would just decide how it's pronounced without checking. Yes, definitely. Hyperbole. Because, yeah, it's pronounced like... Isn't it Greek? Hyperbole? So it's pronounced Greek. It's sort of like with an E at the end. It's not hyperbole? Oh, no. No. Bota bag. I don't need a bota bag. Why did I come over here? Oh yeah, I was going... I need wood to smelt metal. That's what we're doing. Let's smelt up some metal. Our base is actually pretty good right now. Say things that end with A, like Canada and zebra with an E-or. Really? Like zebra? Canada? Or is that just a regional thing? I'd have never heard that. Canada. Zebra. Sorry. Zebra. Zebra. That one I get a little bit. Like, it looks like it could be pronounced zebra, but I've always said zebra. Funny enough, I pronounce it correctly in German. Hyperbell. Zebra. Zebra. Friend from South England does that? Segway? Oh, that's one that gets a lot of people. S-E-G-U-E being pronounced segway. As in, like, you know, like this would be a segue if I went, hang on. I'm opening up my stream folder. Here we go.
It's your boy, Dreya, coming at you live on Twitch TV.
There we go. If I were to transition scenes and go, okay, everybody, back in a second, and went, like, break screen and played this would be a segue.
If you like what you see, remember to smash that follow button. You can also subscribe if you like, or use your Twitch Prime subscription to take money out of Daddy Bezos' pockets. I'm on other things too, so always remember, type !links for any more details. Ha! Catch you later, gamers.
And now I'm back. I'm segueing back in. But yeah, that gets a lot of people. I love that. I intentionally made it to be the worst thing that anyone's ever heard. And the reaction has been exactly what I wanted, which is that whenever I even threaten to play it, people go, please kill me. Yes! I was trying to do a sort of Sonic the Hedgehog vibe from that, and somebody has mentioned chili dogs. I don't know if that... I didn't know if that came across, but I was trying a kind of Sonic the Hedgehog kind of nonsense with that. Why do I enjoy this now? I think it's called Stockholm Syndrome, right? When you enjoy something that bad. We still need more fucking wood, somehow. Oh, God. Let's go back out and get more wood, I guess, and then come back. It did a lot in that last clip. See you later, gamers. No, we don't want... Yeah, put these in here just for now, and we'll go out and get more wood and smelt up more metal and build the base up more. It looks lovely from outside. That didn't look like a motorized scooter to me. I have never ridden a Segway. The Segway, the vehicle, which is spelled differently, I think. But, how many doors between your TC and balcony roof? I think like 3, maybe 2 or 3. I need to add some more doors in there, definitely. Need more airlocks. I'm just gonna fucking pepper doors throughout this once I get it all metal, I've decided. I never really played Sonic, by the way. I know this has come up a couple of times, but I've never really played Sonic. And I don't really get it. Like, whenever I've seen somebody play Sonic games, I'm always confused as to what the point of them is. I was like, The random ladders look like people have been peeking in. They have! We were raided, which is why I'm upgrading this. We were raided, and I forgot to take down that last ladder over there. I'll do that later. I'm glad the upstairs corridor of death still remains. Look, I want some windows in my base, is what it comes down to. If there's no windows, it doesn't feel like a proper house. So, I want windows in there. Let's go find a foresty bit. A foresty bit, like out here in M10. Let's do that. Sonic was the first game I played as a kid, and as an adult I can say it fucking sucks. I never played any of the originals. The only one I have played, the only Sonic game, is a game called Sonic Unleashed. And that's one that Sonic fans, baffling as they are, but Sonic fans say is one of the worst ones. Like, one of the absolute worst ones. So, I have not really had a good experience with Sonic. But even the good ones, I see people play them and go, that's a bear. Let's avoid the bear, because I don't have that many bullets on me. Oh god, Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed is the one where he turns into a werehog, I think. And has like elastic arms. It's very bad. It was not a good time. I think I finished it. I don't know why. I was probably 10 at the time. So I was like, I have nothing else in my life going on. Like, what else am I going to do? Sit quietly in my room? Schoolwork? Fuck that. I'm going to play this terrible Sonic game that I've been bought. Dreya's gone Goblin mode. I never am out of it, really. My girlfriend, Emma, she is not online very much. I love that emote. She is not online very much. She's not as terminally brain dead online as I am. And so she was not aware of all the Goblin memes or, you know, Goblin mode becoming a meme and stuff. And she called me a Goblin, like, independently of all that. So that says all you need to know about my home life. Wasn't that for the Wii? Yes, I was 10 when the Wii came out. So I that was the only Nintendo console I ever owned as a kid. Well, I owned that and a DS Lite, but that was it. Love that. Well, what I did, and don't tell her I told you this, what I did was, there is a, GF is a normie. What I did was, beside the kitchen in my house, through the door, you go through the door between the kitchen and the living room, right? And on the living room side, there is a cabinet that's built into the wall almost, right? And so what I did is, I sat up on that cabinet and just kind of waited, crouched on top of the cabinet, for my girlfriend Emma to come from the kitchen back into the living room, and then just kind of loomed over and went, "Meh." And after she had yelled at me, she said, "You're a fucking goblin." So it was deserved, I would say. Worth the 4-hour wait. Why aren't I shooting this guy? Okay, whatever. I don't need the pork or whatever this is.
You need slapping down.
It's slapping down. I really like that. What else do you call that? Oh, there is nothing more funny to me. And it's a bad trait. I'm not going to argue that this isn't annoying or just really fucking insufferable. Like, I must be a nightmare to live with sometimes. But there is very little funnier to me than when somebody is annoyed at me. Like, when somebody's angry at me or annoyed at me, it is almost impossible not to laugh. Like, and I was kind of always like that. Like, sometimes it's bad. Like, if your parents are yelling at you or something like that, then that sucks. But if somebody is, like, sort of, like, genuinely annoyed with you, but also in a sort of, like, I've chosen to be with you, so I'm stuck here kind of thing. If somebody's genuinely very annoyed at me, then I find that hilarious. You're insufferable. Yep. Oh, the ears are coming off. There we go. Dismiss that message. Ears off. Oh no. Look, I'm not gonna deny that it's a fucking awful trait to have. It's really bad. I go baby mode when I'm angry like that. No. I think it only works with certain people. Like, I would never aggravate certain people in my life, because that's just not fun. Like, if people are very, very sensitive or something, then if you do that and purposefully annoy them to the point that they're, like, welling up, then you're a prick. But if somebody, if how somebody gets angry is that they get very flustered and start yelling at you, then that's very funny to me. Right? So it depends on the person. Yeah, don't live with me. Teasing is fun though. Sometimes. Yeah, don't live with me ever. Like that's ever gonna come up. I don't know. Maybe if I get like really like poor and down and out and I end up showing up at random chatters' doors going, please take me in. I'm homeless now. I'm sure that wouldn't get me arrested. I have doxed myself on stream. So, you know, it's only fair that I know all of your home addresses. Ooh, mushies. We're kind of low on health. What was I looking for? Oh, yeah, I was looking for wood. I just kind of distracted myself. Dreya, I'm moving in. Expect my stuff in the post. Oh, I got post today. It was nice. I almost never get any letters because, again, I don't know anybody. So the only letters I get are things like bills or like... Although I don't even really get bill letters anymore because when I moved into this house, I set up everything through direct debit. So I don't really get letters for bills either. So the only letters I really get are either scam letters, like, oh, your car is foreclosed or something. And I'm like, shut up. And then I throw it away. Or what happened today, which was I got my Tesco rewards points in, which is nice. I got my Tesco rewards points included. So I now have €15 off the next time I go shopping in Tesco. Fuck, I'm boring. And I was genuinely very excited to see it. I was like, oh, lovely. That's really good. I get coupons. Yay, coupons. Hello, Emmy. Welcome. Shout out to Emmy, please, in chat. I think it's not a big deal for you to get doxxed, because if someone would try to murder you, you'd go, yeah, I guess I get it. I don't know. Look, I live so out of the way that even if I did give everybody, like, my literal home address, like, my full air code, then, like, what are they going to do? Fly to Ireland? It would be a waste of time for everybody. So, yeah. It's not going to happen. But, you know, maybe it'll be a problem in the future. I don't know. I'm planning on moving at some point anyway. It'll probably work itself out. It'll work itself out fine. I can delete VODs if it comes to it. I have heard horror stories about that. I remember there's a YouTuber who I watch very occasionally. I think he streams on Twitch as well, called Nerd Cubed, right? And he's back in the day. I used to watch him play Minecraft and stuff. He's been doing it for like 15 years, YouTube and Twitch, right? His name is Dan Hardcastle or Nerd Cubed, and he at one point, years and years and years ago, he never doxed himself, but he did a vlog once. He did a vlog where somebody could see outside of his apartment door, and somebody worked out from that, like, the type of carpet that was used, and, like, the make of the doors and the design of the doors, which apartment building he lived in, and found his flat, because he saw one of the numbers of the doors, and went, okay, so he's across from that one, found his flat, and didn't do anything bad to him, but just came to his house, to his flat, knocked on the door, and went, hey, I'm a really big fan. It's lovely to meet you. And he said, I remember he mentioned this on a stream or something, and was like, I have never been more terrified in my life. And the guy was really nice about it. He just didn't seem to understand what he had done wrong. Like, he just seemed to be like, oh, I just thought it would be nice to meet my favorite YouTuber or something. And he was like, oh, God. He was like, please never do this again, please, and get off of my front door. And he was like, okay, bye. And he was like, what the fuck? So, you know, it could happen. It's never rule out the possibility. You probably shouldn't dox yourself like I do. I massively doxed myself on stream earlier. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh. I'm so scared of giving out too much personal info on stream as an ADHDer. I probably wouldn't, but it's my fear because we're impulsive and oversharing. I have been told that I should get tested for ADHD. I don't think I have ADHD. I should make that clear. I don't think I can claim to be ADHD or anything. I've never... I think when I was very, very young, they tested me for some stuff like that, but it was all negative. But I don't think I am. But apparently I have some of those traits, because I do overshare things and accidentally dox myself and do a lot of shit like that. I'm okay with saying what city I'm in, but that's about it, basically. I generally just say, I'm in Cork. The county. I'm in Cork. That's as vague as I get usually. There was this Tom Scott video where he was in a cornfield in the US and people pretty much pinpointed his location. Jesus. First stream off the laptop, I forgot. Hello, my full name. I think that's fine, right? There's probably more... not saying your full name out loud again, but, you know, there's probably more of them than just you, right? You give off ADHD to me. Not sure if I've already said that, but I'm not a psych, so I don't know. Maybe I should get tested or something. I wouldn't mind if I'm ADHD. It'd be fine. But, like, I don't think I am. We'll see. Maybe next time I go to the doctor, I'll ask. You know, I don't know how you get tested is the problem. Like, is that the sort of thing I'll have to pay to do? In that case, fuck off. Like, is this, like, in Ireland, if you want to get tested for ADHD or a diagnosis or something, do you have to pay for that? You probably do, I would imagine. You have to pay for a lot of sort of... anything that isn't, like, life-threatening or routine medical work, you kind of have to pay for. Even routine medical work. I have to pay for blood tests in Ireland. I have to pay for blood tests to make sure I'm not, like, iron deficient anymore. I had to pay for one recently, and I was like, oh, this seems annoying. Oh, I wish it wasn't dark. Or I wish I had a torch independent of this fucking gun, so I can actually see where I'm going and also, you know, break down stuff. They ask a few questions on a sheet, and that's it. Okay. That's fucked up. Don't like Ireland anymore. I want to visit Cork so bad. I do not like Cork, but that's because I live here and familiarity breeds contempt, right? Anyone I have ever seen visiting Cork has loved it. Like, I would say not Cork City. Nobody really likes Cork City, right? Cork City is... it's Cork City. It reeks of urine. Cork City, but nobody really is into it. But there's areas that are marked as like national heritage sites and areas of outstanding natural beauty in a lot of parts of Cork that people are into. So like if you're into camping and stuff like that, then, you know, you'll be into Cork maybe. Canada's nice for healthcare unless you have eyes or teeth. Well, it's the same here. Like public healthcare services here do not pay for eyes or teeth. You get basically bankrupted. Clonakilty is where my family is from. Like the pudding. I know nothing about Clonakilty except that's where the pudding is from. So that is what I will unfortunately now associate your name with. I'm sorry. I will now see Jenny Fad in chat and go, oh, like black pudding. Where am I going? The pudding in a very nice little model village. The pudding? Clonakilty black pudding is probably the most famous thing from Clonakilty, I imagine. 1 second. Clonakilty pudding. They make vegan versions of it now, actually. Clonakilty Black Pudding Visitor Center? Are you serious? Yeah, they make Clonakilty vegan pudding now. Yeah, Clonakilty black and white pudding. This is like basically what the entire reason Clonakilty exists still, I think. It's fine. I've never really been that into pudding. It is kind of a staple of Irish food. Like, you know, you can't really, if you are Irish, you can't really avoid eating this stuff. But, I've never been massively into it. I always preferred white pudding to black pudding. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, like blood pudding. It is made from pig blood, I think. Black pudding. Pig blood and oats, basically. That's basically pudding. But yeah, it's fine, basically. 1 second. Black pudding. Like, you get it on pizza here. Black pudding is a distinct regional type of blood sausage originating in the UK and Ireland, made from pork or beef blood, with pork or beef suet or fat, and a cereal, usually oatmeal. So yeah, it's surprisingly not bad. I mean, it's everywhere here. I was very confused when I went to America and they had something in a vat at a buffet called pudding, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It looks like yogurt. And I was told that it was like vanilla pudding. And I was like, what is that? And they were like, I don't know, a bit like custard. I was like, ugh. That might be even grosser to me than the fucking black pudding. In Scotland, the most famous is Stornoway black pudding. I've never heard of it. I've never actually been to Scotland. I love black pudding. I think it's very popular in Scotland as well, right? Tapioca? They just called it pudding. You don't have sweet pudding? I don't know. like it was, one second. They had chocolate pudding and vanilla pudding. Chocolate pudding. It looked like really bad mousse or something. Yeah, this stuff. It looked like really trash, like chocolate mousse. Ugh. Look at it. That's chocolate pudding. It looked a bit like chocolate yogurt or something, or, you know, I don't know. It was just bad, basically. This sort of thing. I was not into it. It's made with Jell-O usually. Ah, so it's gelatin in it. I'm glad I didn't eat any. Fuck me. I didn't try it until recently-ish. My partner wanted to make a full English breakfast type thing, and black pudding was pretty good. I would have. It's weird because I would have assumed, being a Commonwealth kind of place, I would have assumed that Australia would be more into black pudding than other places. Look up snack packs. This is so wild. What is a snack pack? Snack pack. Ugh. Chocolate pudding with real milk. That looks disgusting. That looks really bad. Oh, if a shadow has just fallen across my face, know that somebody has just decided to use my windowsill as a bench. Just kind of sitting there, looking out at the sky. I have quite a wide windowsill on both sides of my window because the walls are probably about 2 feet thick, made of brick, and so the window's very thin. So they have it's almost like a window seat. It's like this kind of thickness. Oh, he's left. Okay, there we go. Crisis over. Wave at them or scare them. I am too awkward to do either of those things. Once on stream, probably about 6 months ago, some trendy teens came and sat on the windowsill while I was streaming and were being quite loud, and I think I might have even been picked up on mic, right? And they were like laughing and like backs against the window and stuff like that, like a group of teens. And I was so awkward that I just kind of tried to ignore it, and then eventually Emma had to come in and knock on the window and tell them to go away. And I was just kind of sitting there like while Emma just went like, I'm very awkward. Have I mentioned? Okay, I think we should probably go back now. No, we need more wood. We need more wood, so let's just chop down any tree we fucking see. Get off my lawn. I don't have a front garden. I live on a main road. Sometimes during streams, I'll get jump scared by trucks. Both hand palms slap when they're not noticing and then laugh at them. Reminds me of the scene from Simpsons where Marge has to get the spider. You did the right thing by telling me. Aww. I find that adorable. It's weird in The Simpsons. I mean, everybody's going to have seen The Simpsons in chat. The only person I've ever seen who has not seen The Simpsons like 100 times is Zara. And it confuses me how she can exist without seeing The Simpsons. But I think it's universal, right? But it's confusing in The Simpsons, if you rewatch it, how Homer can go back and forth from being the most endearing person in the world to the most hateful alcoholic monster in the world, scene to scene. You've never watched it, Ring? How do you go through a life without seeing The Simpsons? That's me with my partner. I'm the spider remover. I'm the spider remover for my house, because I don't mind spiders. Yeah, hello Peanut, welcome. I don't mind spiders anymore. This has come up recently. I don't mind, unless they're fucking huntsmans or something, which you don't get here. But I'm okay with them. I'm fine with spiders now. In fact, there's one up in the corner of my room right now, and I just go, and just nod and let it live its life. It's fine. But, yesterday, no, not yesterday, 2 days ago, I think, I was called into the kitchen. Show the spider to us? No, because I'm not moving my webcam. But I had to get called into the kitchen because there was a big moth, big moth, like about this size, big gothy looking moth in the kitchen, just sitting on the kitchen towels or paper towels if you're American. And well, there's animals around, and I saw a bear recently. But I went in, and my girlfriend was like, I am not going fucking near that thing. And I was like, but it's so cute. And so I just, like, scooped it up in my hands like this, and it just kind of sat in my hand, being all fluffy and adorable. And I walked out into the garden, into the moonlight, and let it go. And it fluttered around my head in a circle before flying off. And I was like, oh, I want one. I want a pet moth. If moths were the size of cats, I would have a pet moth. I love it. I love it so much. I heard goth moths are good luck. I fucking love moths. I don't really like butterflies either. I think butterflies look too smug. They're kind of like pretty boy jock moths, right? Like they feel like they'd be a bit insufferable if you try to talk to one. Whereas moths are cool. Moths are lovely. That's a Pokemon. Ah, I love moths. A moth landed on me when I was a tram in Melbourne, of all things. Was cute. I didn't know Australia had trams. I am very impressed when anywhere has a tram. I didn't know trams were as widespread as they are, because Cork has no trams. I grew up in Cork, very rarely leaving Cork, and trams do not exist in Cork. So anytime I see a tram, like when I went to Amsterdam recently, I was like, oh my god, there's trams everywhere. It's like the future. It's amazing. You have this thing where you can tap a card and it just responds, and you don't have to like buy fucking tickets from an old man in a station. It's incredible. Because Ireland's public transport is from the 1920s, basically. Butterflies had it coming. Hello, Voltaires. Welcome. Could I get a shout out in chat for Voltaires, please? I hate to ask, but I'm being polite. Could I get a shout out, please? Specifically only in Melbourne, but they are very, very slow. I love trams. Oh, I wish trams were more common here. Dublin has a couple of trams, doesn't it? It has like... Would you call the Lewis a tram? Is that a tram? Like the Lewis? The Dart? Is that a tram? Dublin Area Rapid Transit? That's kind of a tram-ish, right? Maybe. Thank you kindly. I love that map of Irish railways showing the before and the after is oblique. There is basically no trains here. Yeah, either. Like... I've said this before. We have like semi-privatized everything. Like, that fucking death scream. We have kind of semi-privatized everything in Ireland, right? Where like all public services are at least semi-private. They're never fully public, and the trains are one of them. Iron Road Éireann, I think, is a semi-private company. And what it meant is they went the opposite of the British way, right? Where British trains they still go everywhere. Like they've closed very few lines when Virgin bought them or whatever, but they all got really fucking expensive. Like, they're so fucking incredibly expensive, going from even, like, you know, Manchester to, you know, Birmingham or something like that. It's like fucking hundreds of pounds to get there for, like, a 3-hour train journey. It's ridiculous. In Ireland, they went the opposite way, right? Where they kept the fares the same, so trains are really cheap. But they closed down about 90% of the fucking... train lines. So, for instance, my town does not have a train line in it. It has a train station, but it's been abandoned. There's no train line here anymore. You cannot get a train from my town into Cork City, even though it would take like 20 minutes probably by train and be dirt cheap. They just closed it down because they were like, only 8,000 people live in this town. It's not worth it. So, fuck everything, basically. If I want to get to Cork, I either have to drive or get a bus. Or get a bus to, like, another town and get a train from there. It sucks. Does Virgin own everything over there? Not here. In Britain, kind of. Like, Britain, the trains are owned by Virgin in Britain, I think. But in Ireland, I don't know. I think just Iron Road Éireann, the Irish rail, is just semi-privately owned. I don't know who owns it. We have a train from one end of the Canada to the other. It takes 5 days. That sounds very kind of fun. 1 second, I missed some chat messages. Land-wise is not that much smaller than Canada. What, Australia maybe? All of the trains are pretty much owned for by European countries here. Okay. Or companies, I should say. Yeah, they just sold them all off, didn't they? Like, I can't remember which government did it. It was probably a Tory one. But they stopped nationalising all the train services and sold them off piecemeal. And for a while, I think it was fine, wasn't it? Like, that's what happens. Like, for a while, when they sold them off here, it was fine and everything stayed the same. And in fact, it got better. And then, because it's a corporation, they slowly started increasing prices and cutting lines. And it was like, oh yeah, this is what happens when corporations own public works. It fucking sucks. Stop doing it. It's why the only time I have ever seen protests in Ireland... Well, there's been a few more recently. Ireland seems to be getting a little bit more pro-protest, which is nice, because it never fucking happened before. But the first time I ever saw any sort of mass protest in Ireland was when they tried to privatise water companies. Ever. Like, they... Oh, Les Dennis Services. How have I not seen that? I just saw it in chat. Entrance. What if I go in this entrance? Oh, is this like a little shopping centre? Ooh, that's kind of cool. Anything good here? Because we bought some very cheap guns earlier. Oh, I love this. Eatable meat. What's in here? Oh, just cooked pork and stuff. Maybe I should set up in here. I don't know if they'd accept human flesh. Ooh, what's this? A nomad? What the fuck is a nomad suit? I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. Beatable meat, it should say. Oh, yes, it does. Okay. The Brian Limond Music Centre. Oh, I love that it's Tom York. I love that it's Tom York. A jerry can guitar, a shovel bass, a plumber's trumpet, and a wheel... A plumber's trumpet sounds like a euphemism for a penis. Need to go drain me plumber's trumpet. And then some tea. I don't know what that is. I've never used tea in this game. That's my vending machine, the beautiful meat. Your business here. Huh. The Pumpkin and Corn Co. Maybe I should open up a shop here. Maybe I'll put like a human meat thing in here. That'll be funny. Or I'll plumb your trumpet.
Are you pulling my pizzle?
Ah! Are you pulling my pizzle? Okay, I was briefly stuck there for a second. The game works fine. Oh, I guess these are where you go in and stock them, right? Who do I talk to about this? Golden Walls. I love that fucking sign. So this is boots. Are these golden clothes? The tacky shacky. Okay, fine. Let's get out of here and go back to our base, right? I need to get some new sound alerts, actually. I've been meaning to do that. Pret a limb. Even the bald man acknowledges quality when he sees it. I hate that photo. Although I think Limmy should just shave off his hair. Maybe not right now. We can still pull it off. But I think I'm going to shave my head. I think probably in the next couple of years. Because I am definitely going. Like, look at those temples. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's so bad. As soon as it gets more noticeable, as soon as I get like another couple of centimeters on this forehead, it's all going. I am not going to go with the skullet route. There's no way. It's all going off. Morbin to Moby. Oh. I don't know if I've ever actually heard a Moby song. Have I ever heard a Moby song? I only know Moby for being kind of creepy to... Was it Natalie Portman? Although I don't really know anything about her either. Basically, I don't really know Moby. Hello, Icarus the rapper. Or Icarus the rapper. Who used to be Jay. So yeah, hello. I don't think I've ever heard a Moby song. Is he good? Is Moby good? He had one really good album, but it's ruined by his creepiness. That's true of many musicians. I was listening to my music on shuffle the other day, actually yesterday, and a song came up that I forgot I'd saved, and I was like, oh, I love this song, and then had like a flood of realization because he is like an alleged sex offender, and I was like, oh, that's why I haven't listened to this in ages. I was like, oh, I do really like the song though. I think he's Canadian as well. There's a bit some Canada chat. Get some minoxidil. Aren't all of those... I think that's a baldness cure, right? I think all of those, like Rogaine or Regain or whatever it's called here, they're all a bit sketchy in terms of quality, right? Maybe? I don't know if any of them actually work properly. But maybe they do. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever bother. Like, I think once it starts to go, it's gone. It's fine. Like, whatever. Maybe I'll just get, like, in better shape. Because, I don't know. I don't know if I can be... I don't think I would look very good bald. And a lot of people say that, and everybody basically does, right? Everybody basically looks fine when they go bald. But I think I would look a little bit like a giant baby if I went bald. So I would have to, like, get in better shape than I currently am. I don't like the idea of it, to be honest. Get a toupee. Oh. I mentioned this before, that it's unfair how shamed men are for... Men, right? We always have it so tough. But it's slightly unfair, the reputation that wigs for men have compared to wigs for women, or non-binary people. That women can wear wigs and it's just seen as like a cool thing. But with men, it's like a shameful thing if you wear a wig. I think it is probably because of how it's used though, right? That if you're a man wearing a wig, it's usually because you have lost all of your hair and you're ashamed of it. And so it's like a secret. It's like a shameful little secret that you keep in your heart and never tell anybody. And if anybody acknowledges that you're wearing the wig, you go, oh, no, of course not. But with women, it's like, you know, just a cool way to change your hairstyle quickly. Like Emmy will wear wigs and stuff occasionally on stream. And it's like, cool. But, I don't know. I think normalize wigs, maybe. Although, I would never probably wear a wig. I'm just too lazy. You have to, like, take care of them and style them and stuff, which I didn't know. I'm way too fucking lazy for that. Wigs in the summer aren't fun. I love wigs, though. Stop gatekeeping wigs. It's the people who try to fake it. Yeah. Like, I remember, which is kind of fucked up. I remember as a kid knowing the names of about 4 or 5 celebrities, like Irish celebrities, that wore wigs. And if I was asked about it, I would say, oh yeah, obviously I don't give a fuck about who wears a wig or not. But I knew about it, and it was always brought up in a mocking way, right? Like, you know, oh, look at Terry Wogan. Look at his obvious fucking wig. And I was like, looking back, that was kind of just mean, right? That's mean. Kind of rude. But, you know, it did look kind of silly, let's be honest. It was a bad wig. Gender norm suck in general? Yes, I would say that's fairly true. Like, I don't know. I've been slowly, as I age, getting slightly more androgynous, which I think I'm into. Like, I've been starting to wear eyeliner recently. I've been dyeing my hair a bit differently, you know, that kind of thing. But, I don't know. If gender norms didn't exist when I was a kid, I probably would have dressed differently, basically. Michael Fabricant should be shamed for wigs, though. I don't even know who that is, I think. Just checking, have you the whole Twitch Rivals things on? No, I don't. I saw people talking about Twitch Rivals Rust, and I didn't know what it was, so I ignored it. Jeff Bezos needs a wig, or Bezos? I don't know how I pronounce it. Apparently I pronounce it wrong, but I've already forgotten. I don't need to worry about looking good bald. I already look bad. That's honestly, I'm not going to look good no matter what my hair looks like, so it's probably a lost cause already. I'm grateful that my genes caused me to grey early, but not go bald. I'd rather go fully grey than bald. I am almost fully grey already. Like, Jeff Bozo. Like, I honestly didn't know Terry Wogan had a wig. How? It's so bad. Like, before I dyed my hair, because I dyed my hair black very recently, like a week or 2 ago, probably, right? I dyed my hair black again, because it was purple before. But I had let the dye kind of fade on the purple, so it was still kind of purple, but all of my roots were coming through like that. And all here was grey. Like, I had, like, white streaks through my hair, and I was like, that's... I don't mind. In fact, I kind of like it, but... it does make me look a bit older, I will say. Because, like, I'm 26. I shouldn't be that grey yet, surely. My genetics are fucked. Anyone will always look better bald than balding and trying to hide it. That's true. Like, yeah, I'm 26. I think that's true. Like, balding never really looks good. Very rarely do people pull off the sort of, like, hair at the sides, the sort of, like, the Picard, I guess? We're the same age, oh my god. Yeah, I've aged badly. But, very rarely will people pull off the Picard. It's basically just Patrick Stewart, and he doesn't even use it anymore. But Patrick Stewart and, Lennon... like, which is weird to say, but I think Lennon kind of rocked the side hair. But, otherwise you kind of just end up looking like George Costanza. Like, watching Seinfeld, I'm like... It's honestly distracting watching Seinfeld, because you're like, please shave the fucking thing off. Please, it's hard to look at. Please, shave it off. Believe in Terry Nutkin's hair? I don't know who Terry Nutkins is either. 1 second. Terry Nutkins. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Terry Nutkins has the skullet then. Look, it's a bold choice. I think everybody... I think the only person who has ever made the skullet look alright is Bill Bailey. Bill Bailey looks alright. In fact, I remember watching an episode of Black Books... made by Graham Linehan, spit on the floor when his name is mentioned. But Bill Bailey was photoshopped as a joke in that show to have like no beard and just normal like cut hair, and he looked fucking bizarre. So the skullet works for him. Nobody else really. Like even like Shakespeare. Shakespeare did not look good with a skullet in those portraits. I don't know if they're particularly accurate portraits, but they didn't look good. I'm gonna eat these mushrooms, by the way. Because I'm going to die otherwise. Hulk Hogan, oh god. Hulk Hogan looks like a used condom full of beef. Hulk Hogan looks fucking bizarre whenever I've seen him. I know a local goth Gen Xer with a skullet. Oh, that's a sad sentence. Is that chopper gonna chase me down again? I hear a chopper around, but I don't know where. So I'm just gonna run and hope it's all fine. It might be fine. Like, Hulk Hogan is a weird-looking fucking guy. I think he still is. I've really only seen Hulk Hogan young. Well, young. Whenever he was in WWE. He's a bartender. It's pretty funny. Like, whenever he was in WWE or WWF. In the 80s, you know, fighting. Like, Andre the Giant. I've seen clips of that. But, I've never seen, like... modern Hulk Hogan. Because why would I bother? Hulk Hogan's a weird guy. I don't really care about what he looked like now, I guess. Wasn't there that, he was born with a skullet? Is there any images of Hulk Hogan with, like, a full head of hair? Actually, speaking of Patrick Stewart, I saw a mock-up, like an early casting photo of Patrick Stewart when he was cast as Captain Picard in Next Generation, Star Trek. And they were doing sort of costume tests for the characters, and this photo was leaked from it. And it was Patrick Stewart with a wig. They were going to give him hair, and it looks so fucking strange that I can see why they didn't give him hair. Because Patrick Stewart looks like... it's probably just because I'm so used to seeing Patrick Stewart with no hair, but he looked creepy. He looked creepy with hair. Although I've seen Patrick Stewart... I've seen Patrick Stewart young with hair. And he looks kind of hot. It's like when you see Ian McKellen young. And you're like, oh, he's surprisingly hot. I wouldn't have expected that. Although Patrick Stewart can still kind of rock it. Like, Patrick Stewart's kind of hot still. I don't know if Ian McKellen is. But young Ian McKellen is pretty hot. Sorry, I should be paying attention. What am I looking at? Somebody shot at me. But I think it might have been a bow. I'm going to guess it might be Mikey again. That was a hit. I don't think I've seen Patrick Stewart with hair. I need to look this up. There's pictures of him in, like, the Royal Shakespeare Company. This is definitely Mikey, isn't it? He's got a bow. Fuck him, then. Let's go. Or unless they're lowering me into a false sense of security. Let's go murdering again. Look, I offered Mikey peace before, but he keeps shooting at me. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Where? Mikey? Mikey, is it you? Mikey? Michael? Michael! Michael, come out here this instant! Okay, it's probably not Mikey. I'm working. There we go. I thought Patrick Stewart was gay for ages. It was so mind-blowing finding out he isn't. I kind of assumed, and I think it was because of his wholesome friendship with Ian McKellen. But actually, this is gonna sour maybe some people's opinion. I don't think he has this opinion anymore, but I think Patrick Stewart was fairly outspoken about not being in favour of gay marriage. Or maybe it was gay adoption? Like, he wasn't into the idea. I think he's better now, but I remember reading that. Peace to you loves the puss. That's an unpleasant thing to see. Although, like I said, he can get it, right? Mikey has 100% rights to attack you whenever he feels like it. Yes, he does. I have killed him too many times to be surprised. Mikey's the bravest person on this server. Okay, let's fucking smelt, baby. Smelt you. There we go. How much do I have here? Not that much. Only about 400 stuff. Patrick and Ian kissed, so I think everyone thought he was gay for a while. Yeah, because he's married, isn't he? Not that you can't be gay and married, especially now, in this modern, mixed-up world we live in. Sorry, I don't know why I go English when I say that sort of thing. It's a mixed-up, muddled-up, shook-up world. You can get married to a man. I'm sorry. But, yeah. What was I saying? I don't know, I can't remember. Their friendship is wholesome. I like Ian McKellen, just in general. Ian McKellen is one of the few celebrities that I think I would like to meet and be, like, friends with. I find Ian McKellen very charming and nice whenever I see him in interviews. I'm like, oh, he seems sweet. Seems like a cool guy. I think he'd be nice. You can kiss your bros as a treat. Normalize kissing your bros as a treat. Isn't he dead? No, he's not dead. Ian McKellen's... He's like 80-something now, isn't he? He's not dead. Unless I've missed some huge news and me and McKellen died recently. Which, look, I don't really keep up with the news that much, so it's not unheard of. Maybe he's dead. Let's assume he's not dead. Let's go put the stone upstairs, I guess? And then smelt more stuff, maybe? Although, no, you know what? First of all... What the fuck is this? Where's the chopper? I hear it really close. Or maybe that's just these. Okay, I thought that was like wind from the chopper for a second. Tim Curry had a stroke and it made me very sad. Yes, I had Tim Curry on the brain recently because I watched Muppets Treasure Island again, which is like a once every 2 years or so experience for me. I will watch Muppets Treasure Island. It's one of my favorite movies. I really love it. But every time I see Tim Curry, I'm reminded of how awesome he is and how sad it is that he had that stroke. I have to love you and leave you. Thank you, Sam Ball. Thank you for joining the stream. I'll probably be ending soon. I mean, it's like 3 and a bit hours in. Hang on. I'm going to show Patrick Stewart with hair now. He looks better than Terry Nutkins, I would say. I don't know who Terry Nutkins is. Oh, he's apparently dead. Terry Nutkins died in 2012. Who is this person? Animal presenter, looks like. Animal activist, maybe? I don't know. Patrick Stewart Young. Patrick Stewart Young. Yeah, this is kind of the photo I was thinking of. Kind of like 60s Patrick Stewart. Or this photo. Or it was in like is this Tarzan or something? I can't remember. But this is like a famous photo of him. Yeah. Let's go to this. Damn! Patrick Stewart defended the rights of the vapors who refused the gay wedding cake, though he stated that he didn't agree with the vapor. Oh, okay. That's Ian McKellen? Oh, they look kind of similar when they're young. Too buff for me. Yeah. I think, look, if I were to, it would have to be with the softest boy. I don't know what I am. let's go put the stone in here. No, I need the metal in here as well, but I need to upgrade these walls. Let's go this way. This way. This way. This way. This way, this way, this way, this way. Okay, that's like the second layer done now. Oh no, there's the outside walls. I keep forgetting how big a base this is. It's too fucking big. Oh, it's so big. And I don't want to take too much out of here. Because, you know, then I'll have to get more metal and, you know. Ugh. Oh, and there's another fucking floor to do. Oh, it's so big. Why is it so fucking big? Right. Right. Okay, so how many doors are between my TC and the outside world? Say if somebody comes in through the roof. There's one. There's one. Okay, we should lock this off a bit better. We should put a door here, right? So move the TC a little bit, which I don't really have the space to do. Hang on. Let's do this. You don't necessarily need to upgrade the top as long as you don't have ladders out. Okay. That's fine. We all hear those footsteps, right? Let me put away some trash. We all hear those, yeah? Oh wait, C4. Yeah, C4 might happen. Let's put away all this stuff. We'll mulch all this down later, but for now I just want it out of my inventory because I need to pick up some stuff, basically. Let's go do that. I need to empty out my tool chest and build another tool, build a wall around it. Like, we'll put it here in the corner, like adjoining this wall, and then that'll be fine, right? So, empty all this out. Pick this up. How do I pick it up? How do I pick it up? I don't know. Do I just have to slash remove? Yes, it works. So, we put this here. Like this, maybe? Like that. Authorize. Put these in here. Perfect. It's going well, I would say. And then put the lock back on. And then we build walls here with a little doorway. Fantastic. We're great. I think the base is kind of coming along. Look, obviously it's not good. You don't have to tell me. I know it's not a good base. But it's better than it was. I put this upstairs just because I didn't want to have to worry as much about it getting bombed from the downstairs. Like, I feel like it's less likely to get bombed now than it used to be. Let's put a door right here. And we'll put the strong side out, right? That's how it works. Like that. And then upgrade it to at least stone. At least stone. We can upgrade it to metal soon. Like... Fuck it, give me some of this. I've decided. Just upgrade it to metal right now. And then we need a metal door. And another lock. Look at that! The fuck was that noise? What was that sound? I heard a scary sound there, and I don't know what it was. Hang on. Was that a bullet? Also, I might need another light here now, so just to use that up. Is that an... See, this is why I have the windows. Metal door frames aren't super important, as the door is still the weakest part. Oh! Oh, fuck me! That came from over there? Has Mikey decided to use, like, guerrilla warfare on me? Where he just fires a couple of shots and then runs away? I heard footsteps. Ah! I still didn't see him. Ah! Oh, there he is. Okay. There we go. Now look, my aim is not the worst in the world. Like, when I try, I can sort of aim. Not often, and when I panic, it all fucking goes out the window, but I can sort of aim. Is there any way I'm getting any of that stuff? Bye, Mikey. I love this. Poor Mikey. I don't know what he expects to do with a bow is the problem. Alright, where does body go? Oh, his eyes! Okay, it's fine. Sorry for the scream. I'll take your scrap. You know what? You can have everything. No, actually. I do want the metal blade as well. The metal blade. Oh, and the carpet. I'll take your carpet as well. Other than that, you're fine. Take everything. I deserve it. Like, what's a bow going to do against me? Oh, look at this base now. Like, this is looking nice. Once I finish out this little bit, just the top bit will be opened, or like stone, and it'll be a bit more protected, I guess. Get me some more of this. Some more of this. Remove the bed. Look, I'm not particularly frightened. Where do I want this carpet? Maybe, well, somewhere upstairs, because it's looking a bit barren. Like, maybe in this room? Would this fit here? I don't know. I always find these kind of carpets a bit tacky, to be honest. Like, it just seems a bit of a fuss. Like, nah, I don't really like this carpet. Maybe upstairs, maybe out on the little, maybe out here. Like that. It's just, you see these carpets in real life very, very occasionally, right? On the balcony, exactly. Like, you see these occasionally in real life, and I don't really, like, surely you must trip over this constantly. Like, you wouldn't want to actually walk on it. And it would just be really irritating. Like, you'd trip over it, you'd be, like, getting it filthy. Seems like it would be impossible to clean. Vegan decor, exactly. Like, I don't really get them, to be honest. Okay, we can probably upgrade the last walls here. Let me just see. Give me some stuff. Give me this. Open this. Close this. Ah, fucker. How much more do I need? Like 200? I need 100 more. Cool. I'd rather hang it on the wall. I guess that's true. Carpets on the wall you don't really see here very often. I know it's a thing in certain countries. I associate it with kind of like Russia and Eastern Europe, right? Is like carpets on the walls. But I don't think it's really a thing. I don't think I've ever seen it here. I kind of want that roof tile done as well, if any of the roof tiles are getting done. Hang on. Like another 140. Oh, we're fucking low on metal, but I am smelting more, so it's probably fine. There we go. We'll do the top part eventually. How much is this? 100 for that. Fuck that. No, not right now. We're so low on metal. This is only going to be active for 17 hours. We need to, you know, fucking smelt some more. I guess while I'm waiting for the stuff to smelt, I will go out one more time. Like, I'll get some more wood and stone and stuff, right? And see if we can kill anybody else. We have some ammo left. We have a couple of clips left. We have some armor. I think this is as good a time as any to go out and try and hunt some humans, right? Actually, let's melt all this stuff down while we're out. That seems like a good idea. Let's go! Eat the meat. I'd eat bear meat. I think bear meat is the best meat in the game, isn't it? Calories 100, healing 5. I think it's pretty good. Anyway, let's get out of here. Woo. If I were to kill a bear, it would be out of survival and I'd be lucky as fuck. There is a scene in the new Predator movie where a woman gets, like, attacked by a bear and runs away, and then the Predator attacks the bear in a very silly CGI fight. I think it was meant to look cool, but it was probably the least cool fight scene in the movie. Oh.
I'm literally just picking up my body.
It's fine.
I won't.
It's fine, it's fine. Look, we can have a truce if you like, Mikey. Okay, fine. Might use the fur as a coat instead of a hood. Oh, that could be fun. Like if you wearing a bear's head kind of thing. Like, I had, when I was very young, probably about 8, I was bought by my parents a hoodie which I've never really worn before or since, but a hoodie that zipped up the front, and it continued to zip up. I know, Barloads, just stopping by real quick so I can tell you that you are bad and should feel bad. True, and I keep that in mind whenever I see myself. But where you zipped it up all the way up the hood, and then the hood had like a skull face, and the hood had like two little mesh parts for the eyes so you could see through it. So the hood was kind of like a mask. It sucked, and I wore it too much. I was bought by my parents. But yeah, that was not a great look looking back, but I wore that occasionally. I would wear that into school at my very, very conservative Christian school. I say Christian because most schools, I would say 99% of schools in Ireland are Catholic. But I went to one of the very few that was Protestant for primary school. It had, I think when I joined it, it had a total, and I don't mean per class, I mean a total across the 6 classes, or 8 classes, 60 students. And it was situated inside an old semi-abandoned abbey building in my town, my hometown. So, slightly weird school, basically. But I went to one of the very few Protestant schools, so I just default to saying Christian instead of Catholic. Which feels weird to say. You never really say Christian here. I'm guessing rumours travel fast. It was actually quite nice. The thing is that I've mentioned this before, and it's a slightly grim thing to even say, but the reason I went to the Protestant school is because I got bullied so badly at the Catholic school that my parents took me out of it. Like, I got bullied to the point of being hospitalized a couple of times in the Catholic school when I was like 6, 7. And so my parents were like, fuck that, and like took me out and put me in the nicer small school that was nearby. And that one was, by comparison, it was fucking lovely. But looking back as well, really, really strange and Christian and like indoctrination-y. Like minimum of 3 or 4 prayers a day in that school. And it was more aggressively religious than the Catholic school was, weirdly. You don't really associate that with Protestants here. How much evolution did you learn? I can't really remember. I'm sure a bit. It wasn't like full-on fundamentalist. That's more of an American Protestant thing. But this was Church of Ireland, right? So it's a bit more laid back than like the fucking American weirdos, like the Baptists or anything. But still a bit weird. Don't get me wrong. Like, but it wasn't as fundamentalist. We had science textbooks and stuff like that. Like the American ones are crazy, but you know, obviously there's a lot of sectarian violence here, so I can't really say we're better. But like, it's the only Protestant school I've seen in the Republic that I went to, and it's bigger now, I think. But it was very small when I went. Like I said, like 40 kids, and most of them, 90% of the kids there weren't Protestant. They were Catholic, or at least, you know, when you say Protestant Catholic in Ireland, like, you know, it's almost like, yeah, but are you Catholic atheist or Protestant atheist? Like, I was raised Catholic, but not really. It's just the default here, you know? Americans aren't even Christians. Yeah, it's a weird form. They're like, you know, Baptists and Lutherans, and they seem to get very specific. Whereas here it's just Catholic or Protestant. Ah! Fuck me! Fuck me! It's the other side! There's still a chance. I did not know where those bullets were coming from until it was far too late. Please.
Oh, Dreya.
Oh. If you know my name, that's usually a bad sign. Maybe some mercy? Mercy might be nice.
Mercy.
Yay!
Sorry,
Thank you. I'm very grateful.
Also left.
Bye.
Bye. Do I have healing? Oh! Ah! What a prick. Now, was I going to shoot them in seconds from then? Yes, but still, what a prick. They gave me hope. False hope, exactly. That's just cruel. I think that's a war crime, basically. Cruel. I would never do something like that. No, I didn't. That was some other guy. Fuck me. Mikey killed me. Mikey actually got a kill. Sort of incidentally there. Notice me, senpai. The worst type of lie. Mikey killed me, sort of using the environment there. I guess that counts. Fuck me. Fine. Well, we have more guns. I'm not going to take a big gun with me. I'm going to take a baby gun. I'm going to take one of these. Oh, I'm out of fucking ammunition. Oh, no. I'm out of pistol bullets. Fuck. I didn't really consider that. I'm not taking a fucking rifle. That's insane. Well, I guess we make some pistol bullets then, like a few of them, right? It's just these two ingredients. Sorry, I have the hiccups if you don't notice. In here, ammo. We can make a few pistol bullets. Like a few, not much. Like, that's enough. 20's enough. That's 2 clips worth. Clips, magazines. I know people get annoyed if you don't know the difference, and I do not know the difference. Right, in here. That's all we need. That's all we need. Let's see if we can get any of our stuff back. Because we don't really have any tools to speak of now. And they're usually fairly important for playing the game. And I think we lost some, like, high-quality metal and stuff as well. I'm fairly upset about what just happened. Let's run. And we're off. American Christians are divisive about the topic of science. When I was a Christian, I believed that both science and God could coexist. If you were American, you'd know the difference. I'm sorry, I found that very satisfying. It shouldn't happen to me. It should only happen to other people. They're playing the game wrong. I blame them less, I'll say. Now that I know that they thought I was shooting at them. Going for a bike ride? See you, Dreya in chat. Enjoy your bike ride. I have not gone on a bike ride in a long time, and the reason is fairly embarrassing, right? Is because I own a bike, but the bike was my dad's bike, and he just went, "Oh, I'm not using this bike. Do you want the bike?" Fuck off, boar. I don't have time for this shit. It was my dad's bike, and he was like, "Oh, do you want a free bike?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." The bike is so big for me. I am so small. The bike is way... My dad, I didn't quite... I must have known this, like, internally somewhere, but I had never really, like, thought about it. My dad is... Like, bikes come in different sizes. They're not one size fits all. And obviously that's true, but I never really thought about it. My dad is, like, 6'2". I'm, like, 5'8" on a good day. So I got on the bike and could not really reach the pedals, and I was like, this is bad. So that's the only bike I have. I need to offload it somewhere or sell it or something, because it's just there's a bike sitting in my shed that has not really been used, because I can reach the pedals using my toes, and that is as low as the seat goes. And I'm like, it hurts to ride this, so I can't really ride it. So I need to sell it and buy another one. Yeah, I have raised the handlebars and lowered the lowered the seat, but it doesn't go any lower. I'm just very small. I got the bad genes, right? My mum is about 5'4", maybe 5'3", maybe, and my dad is 6'2", and I got my mum's genes, so I'm very small. I'm very small and pale. And my dad is very, very tall and tanned. So if my brother got all my dad's genes and I got all my mum's genes. So if I stand next to my brother, he's like tall and bronzed, and I am like small and squat and pale. So like the opposite people. At least we get some gears and some scrap back. Maybe our ammo is still there, or something is still there. Some materials, maybe. Anything. Now, I am basically naked, which worries me. And I don't have a torch anymore, which is bad. Holy shit! Mikey! Mikey, you didn't take anything! I don't know if that's him being noble or being a fool, to be honest.
Hello.
Hello.
Ow!
Who shot you? I didn't shoot you, I swear.
Ow! Fucking leave me alone.
That's Dreya. Hello, Dreya.
No.
That was me. Guys. It's okay. I'm not gonna shoot.
Okay,
Sorry.
fantastic.
Well, it's me. It's Matt. Sorry, mate.
Lovely.
Okay. So who's the other guy? Can you tell him that I'm not gonna shoot him? Sorry, mate.
That
I just
was
saw you with
Mikey.
a gun. Sorry,
It's
Mikey.
fine, I'm just recovering
Are you
stuff
alright,
as
mate?
well.
I've got some meds. Whoa!
Oh, Dre, you absolute animal.
Oh, fuck me, it's good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I'm sorry. I physically can't stop myself. I have a problem. I'm sorry. I can't stop myself. Oh, I love this game so much. I can't help myself. I'm so sorry. I have to do actual work while working from home. I need to leave, like, right now, by the way. I have an appointment in, like, half an hour that I need to go to. So once I get back to my base, I'm going to try and log off and hope that I don't get raided. But I'll probably be live again tomorrow for more Rust, honestly, because I really enjoy Rust and would play for, like, 6 hours if I could, to be honest. So, yeah. Also, for a cynical reason, Rust is pretty good for the old analytics, turns out. I don't know why, but I've gained a lot of followers. I think I put everything back on your corpse that I accidentally took. I did not do the same kindness. 10 out of 10 betrayal. Look, I'm a villain on this server, right? Oh, that's rough. Hang on. Do you know how excited I just got? My palms have started sweating. And I have a cut on my finger. Like, where the finger meets the rest of the palm. I don't even know if you can see it. But I have a cut there, and it now hurts. So, that's a, that's sort of a karma for me. Like, a karmic response. Like, now my finger hurts slightly because I started sweating in sort of, excitement. Yes, it is literally salt in the wound. Did you see that German point-and-click game I posted? Yes, I did. And I said, out loud, kind of embarrassingly, I made this noise. Ooh! So, might check that out at some point. I thought there was somebody at my fucking door there. That was a bit rough. Trey is a sweaty Rust player, confirmed. I mean, yeah, literally, still worth it. Let me put this stuff away, and then we'll, like, in safe boxes, so that we don't get immediately murdered. And then we'll log out, I think, okay? And I'll raise somebody to stick around. How the why is this so fucking damaged? Why is it at 89%? What happened there? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Just, put stuff in the health chest as well, because we don't want to waste all of this medicine. We'll take 2 of them just for me, for special times. And then we'll go in here. We'll put away the guns. We'll put away most of this ammo, because I don't want to lose it. We'll go in here and put away our scrap and our... Not the mushrooms, our scrap. Go in here and put away our things. Here. Here. Throw this away. We'll put this in the food chest. And then we're done, I think, to be honest. You mean that sound and then the ooh. Ugh. Oh, actually, 1 second. Just before I leave, I will put some metal in the tool chest as well. Tool cabinet, tool... What is it called? Is it a tool cupboard, a tool cabinet, or a tool chest?
Senpai.
Sorry, you know what? For the last couple of minutes of the stream, I'm going to move my pop filter. I'm going to get really close up to the mic like this. Ooh. Just because, you know, I associate ooh sort of language with kind of ASMR vibes, so I'll hang on, even higher. Right up close to my face, like I'm a sort of late night radio announcer. So I have to talk a bit quieter, otherwise it peaks. But I can speak directly to you. Yes, you. You in the chat. I can talk into your ears. Does this feel nice? It doesn't really feel nice for me, I'll be honest. It makes me feel uncomfortable in a big way. Okay, we have 1 day, 3 hours left on this. Which means that by the time I log in, we won't be dissolving. Like, it won't be dissolving like a cake left in a river. And all these things will have smelted by that point, so we can just come in, immediately shuffle everything out of there and into the tool cabinet and it'll be fine. I can't believe you still have windows in that corridor. The windows are for aesthetics. Okay? They're aesthetics. It's amazing. You need 2 mics to stroke. Seems like everyone does it on Twitch. I don't know why. Is it very satisfying if I stroke the mic? Hang on. You can sort of see the microphone here. If I go... I don't think it's making any noise, really. Maybe just like a noise.
Well, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's Rust stream. It was super fun talking to you guys, and I'm happy to do it again tomorrow. I'll be back again at 1 p.m. Irish time tomorrow for probably some more Rust. I hope you enjoyed your time. Hang on, I need to go out and raid somebody, and I have no idea how long I can keep this voice up without wanting to kill myself. Let's see who's live on my raid list. We'll just do the default thing, and we'll raid Anizara again. 1 second, /raid. Anizara. There we go. Gonna cut your hair? I don't know, what are the other ASMR tropes? I don't know any ASMR tropes. 1 second. ASMR tropes. Can I see any? ASMR videos. Video examples. Video examples from TV tropes. Notice me, senpai. Video series.
This is an ASMR video. Sit back and listen closely for a pleasurable
Day at the salon.
I'm gonna brush your hair and give you a little trim. Would you like maybe a pixie cut? Or maybe something a little bit longer? Just, you know, tell me what you want and I'll make it good for you.
Oh, this is too... No, I can't do it. Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching. See ya. See you tomorrow. Fuck me.